little Hawk Tua T-shirt. They don't want him playing.
Why wouldn't they have known by now? This happened on Thursday. It's now Monday.
I don't know. You got to see a side of the saliva. Yeah. They got a swab. I don't know.
They got a swab.
All I'm saying is that did not look great, and the Chiefs still almost won it. And any plans they had of, look, we're just going to try and threaten the secondary and just speed burn here, that went out the window 3 plays into the game. They didn't run it well either, but sometimes they just abandon it. They just like, we're not going to try to run. We're not going to run.
Yeah, but
when you got 15,
back, though.
When you got 15, it's playing like he's playing. He looked spry. He was running around.
He looked good.
He looked really good. He looked like his MVP year.
I'm worried about everyone around him.
Well, again.
Like Juju and Tyquan Thornton, that's not going to get it done.
Well, Rashee Rice is coming back.
Right, but that's still 5 weeks away.
I understand that.
But you don't want to be 2-3, after those games.
Again, like I said, the Chiefs looked like a wild card team, and the Chargers looked like a division winner. But just be careful. It's just one game.
You're right at me when you say that? Be careful.
Because I know you talk about this window's closing, where it's closed.
They didn't look like a title team, but it's just week 1. You want to overreact to week 1.
Correct.
I mean, it's a preseason game, really, for most people.
The 2 things I'm concerned about is Xavier Worthy's shoulder. Who's going to take the top of the defense off from Mahomes, because that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do, And they want to threaten the side that Quinion Mitchell's not on next week. That's what they want to do.
Chiefs are home dogs against the Eagles.
And I understand. Why not? Why not? They got blown out by this team, and they're the 0-1 team. But all I know is that they still have a ton of, they got a ton of championship caliber players and a top-notch coaching staff to figure it out. I'm just concerned about the discombobulation I would sometimes see on defense and then the arguing. There was a lot of talk at each other on that side of the ball that I was seeing on Friday night.
Earlier that happens. It's part of.
No, I know that, but not for all 60 minutes on the field.
Herbert picked them apart, man.
He did, and he played really well. And you look at him, and 1 weekend, that was an MVP performance.
1 week.
I understand.
one week.
We're back to wrap this show up on Disney Plus in a moment. We'll chat on ESPN Radio tomorrow.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
The John Deere Gator XUV lets you cut, pack, drive, scout, weld, stack, feed, pull, load, tow, spray, and haul, all in a single day. Because with the highest cargo box volume in its class, customizable features, and a towing capacity of up to 4,000 pounds, it gets the job done. You just have to get in the seat. Learn more at your John Deere dealer or visit johndeere.com/GatorXUV.
Hi, I'm Christy Overton Johnson, and I want to invite you to the Revival of Hope on September 12th and 13th near the Fire Tower on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. We have an incredible international speaker lineup. Their stories prove there is hope no matter what someone has encountered. This free event is open to anyone looking for purpose, identity, and freedom. The Revival of Hope is September 12th and 13th off Fire Tower Road in Winterville. For more information, visit revivalofhope.org.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon's delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
Capital Subaru of Greenville is transforming your everyday commute into something a little more extraordinary. Subaru was just named 2025's best overall automotive brand by Consumer Reports, and there's never been a better time to drive one home. From the adventure-ready Outback to the sleek and efficient Forester, they got the perfect ride for you. In addition to their great selection of new and used car inventories, the Subaru Service Center is commanded by a team of experts, handpicked for their knowledge, passion, and promise to treat every car as if it's their own. Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive, or online at capitalsubaruofgreenville.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Caroline Cook, and if you need an experienced realtor from Eastern North Carolina that was born a pirate, then give me a call. I'm committed to helping you find your dream home, selling your property for the best possible price, and providing top-notch real estate services. I pride myself on local knowledge, professionalism, and commitment to exceeding your expectations. Explore my website, CarolineCookHomes.com, to learn more about the services I provide and the properties I have to offer. Start your real estate journey today by calling 341-1992. Go Pirates!
Pirate fans, 2025 East Carolina football season tickets are on sale now and can be purchased for as little as $115. Head coach Blake Harrell wants you to be a part of his first full season as the Pirate coach as he builds momentum off of the 8-win season and the Military Bowl win over North Carolina State. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com today to get your 2025 season tickets.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Hey Landon, did you hear the news?
Oh yeah, Dowdy Ficklin's getting a Mountain Dew makeover.
That's right, the Mountain Dude is coming to get rowdy and dowdy.
Please tell me he's bringing that neon green coat.
Oh, you know it, and get this, fans can actually win one of those custom coats and get recognized on the field during the ECU Army game on September 25th.
No way, you'd look good in one of those, man.
No, I think it's got your name all over it.
Be on the lookout for Mountain Dew standees at your favorite Mountain Dew retailers. Scan the QR code and you could win your own neon coat and a meet and greet with the dude himself.
So mark those calendars, Thursday night, September 25th, ECU vs. Army. Let's paint it Mountain Dew green.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are here.
The pilot can't steer?
No, Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
That's worse.
Jimmy John's new hot sandwiches are finally here.
Get ready for a crispier, crunchier, meltier, gooier Jimmy John's experience. Toasted sandwiches are here. Try the brand new toasted category or get any sandwich in the favorites category toasted to golden perfection. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Afternoon, everybody.
Man, that was just lackadaisical, man.
It was what now?
Lackadaisical.
Uh-huh. We got Jarrett here. Hey, Jarrett.
Hey.
And we got left side.
Strong side.
I shouldn't be held accountable for a grown man's athleticism.
I heard you say that, and I would have to agree with you, to be honest.
Wait, what? You agree with me?
I agree.
Yeah. Flip that, Shirley.
Got a little taco meat on my chest.
I pay for AI. I can't help it. I mean, that was before I was medicated, man.
What?
I don't know. It was not my idea.
That's all. I love y'all, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, welcome in to an Overreaction Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. Coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1. In Washington, we're on 1250, 930, online, PR927FM.com. We're on the all-new Pirate Radio app, and we are live on YouTube, Pirate Radio TV, Chili Water Chat Gang, loud and proud on a Monday. Jump in with your thoughts on ECU's win over Campbell, the early thoughts on Pirates Chanticleers coming up this Saturday night. What'd you think of week one of the NFL? What do you think about tonight, Monday Night Football, right here on Pirate Radio? Vikings, Bears. We'll talk about it all in the next 3 hours here on Pirate Radio Live with some great guests. Alex Harper going to join us live in hour number 2 to talk all things ECU, college football, NFL. We got Coach Mack, his weekly chat, looking at college football. We'll do a brief recap of week 2 and then make some week 3 college football playoff picks, or not playoff picks, college football regular season picks. And Cliff Godwin joins us in hour 3. Huge announcement coming up. We've already put it on our social media. Should I say what it is? I guess I should. We've had a lot of great speakers who have come to Greenville, North Carolina, and have put on some great speeches and got to know the folks here in God's country that we call Greenville. And we got another one coming up. The 2026 Pirate Radio Leadership Luncheon speaker will be none other than NFL insider and author Jay Glazer. You know him from Fox Sports, and Jay Glazer will be coming, and you have a chance to see him in person. And we will talk more about that with CG Ellerbe coming up in hour number 3. So that is very exciting news. And we'll get the thoughts on Ellerbe, the details on it, and talk to Cliff about it as well coming up in hour number 3. We've got more interns than you can shake a stick at. We got Maxon Jackson. We've got Claire and Ava and Abby. We got Shirley Rhodes on the audio. We got Jarrett Watkins, also known as J-Bone. Hey, Jarrett.
Hey, man, great day. Great weather. Just woke up. Sun was shining on me.
You just woke up?
I didn't just wake up, but I woke up and the sun was shining on me. I'm a happy guy.
No Raiders gear today, which is pretty shocking.
Busy person and don't really have time to do laundry.
10-4. We got left side.
Strong side.
Chandler Honeycutt here wearing no Panthers gear, and that is understandable.
I woke up this morning. I hated my life, and I don't want to ever watch football again.
I am wearing a throwback Redskins hat and a Deebo Samuel t-shirt because, guys, cheers. Dog of the day. 3-0 week for the boys. I had Deebo touchdown. You got that. Chandler had the Chargers beating the Chiefs outright. You got that. And Jared Watkins had his Raiders beating the Patriots. 3-0 dog of the day. If you're not tailing us by now, screw off.
Yeah, buzz off, pal.
Buzz off.
Buzz off.
Tarps off.
Tarps off, pal.
Tarps off for the silver and black, brother.
Oh, man. Awesome NFL Sunday for some of us. Not for everyone. We will get to that. We'll start with some... let's check in with the Chili Water chat game real quick because they are buzzing. Eric says, ECU Pirates, pirate emoji flag, purple heart emoji, gold heart emoji, 2 swords crossing emoji.
I was about to say the same thing. This is Alan Thomas' Facebook.
Eric with the strong emoji game. Brock says, hope everyone is having a great victory Monday.
No, you, Brock.
Most of us are. Let's keep it going against Coastal. Time to enjoy 3 hours of PRL. Thank you, Brock. Jerry says hello. Hey, Jerry.
What's up, Jerry Bear?
Hello. Help the bear. Jamie says, hey now. Hey now. He said, great betting and sports weekend. ECU putting up 56 is a big deal. I've not hit the 50s often since they put up 70 on the Fighting Belichicks. Lane says, Pirates and Eagles win. What a great weekend of football. Can't wait to hit Conway this weekend for some golf and ball. Chan Man, J-Bone, Jenny will be there, and I know a lot of Pirate fans will be heading south to Conway.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of tickets being sold for that game. So, and of course, you would expect that from ECU fans, especially coming off of a very dominant win against Campbell. And I think there was a great crowd there. You were there for the baseball regional, Bone. So it's a very drivable game. And I think there's still a lot of excitement for ECU football from this fan base, despite losing the state, but a very dominant and expected dominant win against Campbell. So excited to see all of Pirate Nation down at Dirty Myrtle or Conway this weekend.
Yeah, sold out our ECU's ticket allotment like a month ago, and Pirate fans are still getting the ticks.
All right, Jerry says, we are the Chili Water Chat Gang, and adds an ARG. Skip says, hey, Skip.
Skip.
Steven says, don't really know what's going on here. Is he trying to say, not sure what's going on? Is he making that reference? Do we have that?
There's something strange here.
Shirley, do you have not sure what's going on?
Don't know.
Not sure what's going on?
Thank you.
Not sure what's going on?
I don't know if that's his reference or if he's just confused at the moment. Robert says, pathetic C.J. Stroud performance. Yeah, that was Jarrett's pick of the day,
Yeah,
and
that
you really sailed me up the river there.
Yeah.
My bad.
Hate that his quarterback had a bad day.
Houston defense was seeing ghosts. Matthew Stafford slinging it all over the place.
The dead one. The dead man. He should do like an Undertaker gimmick
Yeah,
the rest of the year.
I think we got a new nickname for old Pat Stafford. Pad Stafford.
Pad and stats?
Yeah, it's a joke.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Not really.
Kaz says, good afternoon. PJ says, hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
What's up, PJ?
Jerry says, I'm here to talk about the Farmville Central versus Conley game. LOL. Jerry's laughing out loud like a madman over there. It's great, Jerry. Jack says, Shirley, don't rub that Farmville Jaguars and Clips face too much today. A lot of high school football talk going on. Jamie says, Daniel Jones in the MVP discussion.
Absolutely.
Great outing from him. Or the Dolphins just absolutely stink.
I think both can be true.
Yeah.
You suck.
Phil says, quit calling out Brock. He's my son, and it goes to his head. Phil, you raised a great kid.
Mm-hmm.
Phil, this is for you.
Phil, you're dad of the day.
My guy.
What's up, my guy? All right, real quick, some Pirate stuff. Not to get ahead, we got to beat Coastal, guys.
Absolutely.
Because I'm all about wins setting up bigger things. And I love the game itself, but what I love is if ECU can beat Coastal, it makes an awesome work week next week. Because we're getting ready for BYU here, 7:30 kickoff, under the lights, Dowdy Ficklin Stadium on the Deuce.
On the Deuce. Man, could you imagine the excitement all throughout next week if we can go and not just win against Coastal, but maybe like a 2-3 touchdown win.
That'd be cool. I'll just take a win.
Okay.
Yeah. Just win.
Just win.
I have an Old Dominion feeling about this game where it's like, close game. Yeah. Why is this game close? But we end up somehow winning the game. And maybe I'm wrong. I feel like our team, Jared, I asked you earlier, are we good enough to go there and handle business? I think the answer is yes.
I think so.
But it's on the road, and it's a night game, and Coastal has looked so bad. I almost wish they had looked better.
Yeah.
Like, they've looked so bad. They can't be this bad all year, can they? I hope so. I hope they can this weekend, but it just makes me nervous. I don't know. I'm a pessimistic sports fan in that way.
Absolutely. I'm right up there with you, and I'm going to go far enough to say must win, and this is going to determine the rest of the season.
We have called, well, I don't want to pull out the fulcrum word, but we have called this, this is a very important game.
The tipping point of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, if you lose this one, I think it's more of a 5-6 win season.
Right.
If you win it, it's a 7-8-9.
Yeah.
You mentioned this being like an Old Dominion game earlier, Clip. Last year, East Carolina squeaked out a win to go 2-0. 20-14 was that win.
That's the kind of game
against Old Dominion. And guess what? We were very excited about that App State game the very next week.
Kind of a similar scenario.
That's what I'm saying.
And then the previous trip to Old Dominion, do you remember that one? It was kind of Mike Houston's first road FBS win here. Yeah. And it was just an ugly game, and we kind of squeaked it out. That's the kind of game I'm expecting, unfortunately, Saturday.
And I mean, that Old Dominion game last year, I remember just the game ending, fifth quarter starting, and everybody was glad we won, but didn't really feel good about it.
Yeah.
It was, I mean.
But you know what? I will gladly take that to get to 2-1. I just want to win. I just want to win to set up a big BYU week.
Yeah, East Carolina squeaked by 3, 24-21.
Right. That's kind of what I'm anticipating here, man. Yeah. Somehow, Coastal's going to figure something out offensively. So I talked to their play-by-play voice today, Chris Berger, man.
Nice.
Chris Hamburger was an old Redskins player. Chris Bergen. Or Bergen.
You were close.
Will join us coming up on Thursday. He said, let's talk after the Wednesday press conference because we're not quite sure who's going to be the quarterback for Coastal.
Blake Harrell talked about that today with MJ Morris and Tad something or other.
And I don't like that name.
Yeah. It's difficult
Tad.
because you got to prepare.
I'm sorry. If your name's Tad, I apologize.
That's brutal if your name's Tad.
And it's not your fault. It's your parents' fault, to be honest. And if you name someone Tad, maybe you had a good reason. Maybe it's a family name. But Tad, that's not a good name.
It's absolutely. It's a bad. Tad is bad. All right.
It's sad.
It makes me sad that Tad is bad, but I'm glad it's not my name. But yeah, they're really good at running the ball. It hasn't really shown on the scoreboard, but they put up quite a.
Okay, Coach.
I'm just going with based off what I was told today.
Yeah.
But I think MJ Morris or Tad can give us some trouble. They're mobile quarterbacks. So.
Oh no! You know what's going to happen? Tad is going to light us up, dude.
Yeah.
We're about to.
He's listening to this show right now.
We're about to get tatted up. Kenny says, great win on Saturday. Tailgating was on point. Now the Pirates head south. Hopefully get a big win against Coastal Carolina. Kenny and the Chili Water Chat Gang, where folks are chiming in on football. Okay. We got a long interview with Mack, so let's take a break. Let's get that interview. At some point, I want to go through the NFL Sunday.
Yes.
We'll recap ECU and Saturday and Sunday with Alex Harper at 4 o'clock. We'll talk to Cliff Godwin about Jay Glazer coming to Greenville, North Carolina to speak. Jay Glazer in. And also Aundrae Allison had a great chat with Aundrae about ECU, NFL. So we've got an awesome football show lined up for you today when we return. College football with Mack McCarthy back after this.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
At Flatlands Jessup, when we say your whole world covered, we really mean it. Our agency is dedicated to offering every type of coverage you might need, from farm owners and crop, home and auto insurance to health and life policies. We've designed our services to ensure that every aspect of your insurance needs are met, all under one roof. Whether you're safeguarding your family, your farm, your property, or your future, we'll build a customized risk management program for your needs. Flatlands Jessup, your whole world covered.
Make things happen this year with the new John Deere. In just one visit to Quality Equipment, you'll find the right lawnmower, compact tractor, or Gator UTV that will save you time and money on your next project. Keep things running all season long with the help of our experienced parts and service team. Your new Deere isn't far away. Find current offers and budget-friendly packages at your local Quality Equipment with 36 locations across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit QualityEquip.com to get started. That's QualityEquip.com.
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's time for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
It's the
sale everyone waits for. Bostic Sugg Furniture's incredible Labor Day sale. Right now, enjoy Labor Day savings on the most talked about on-trend styles for every room of your home. Whether you're looking for more relaxation at home or a better night's sleep, Bostic Sugg has hundreds of items in stock ready to go. Yours with 6 months special financing. Plus, get a discount equal to 2 times the sales tax or 60 months special financing during the incredible Labor Day sale on now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Ahoy, home hunters! Ready to find the real treasure of Eastern North Carolina? At ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, our crew of expert agents will help you chart the course to your dream home without any rough waters.
Whether you're buying, selling, or just looking to drop anchor, we've got the map to real estate gold. ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, where X marks the spot, and every home is a hidden gem.
Visit encpiraterealty.com.
We close the deal or someone walks the plank.
Right? Call today. This is Brian Bailey, host of The Brian Bailey Show, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Drive a little and save a lot at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, plus they offer service to all makes and models and a state-of-the-art facility. Drive a little and save a lot with a short trip to Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 264 in Washington and WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. Now, let's take it back in. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. We got Max and Claire, Ava, Abby, Garrett somewhere, Chan Man, hanging in there. We'll talk NFL at some point. You're a good friend, I'll say that. Because it was good that your game went into a delay so you could cheer for my team, cheer for Jarrett's team.
It frustrated me, though.
Well, not as much as the game itself frustrated.
Oh, no. But no, I was like, man, I'm bummed about the game not being played right now. But, hey, let me check on my boys. Let me check on the Commanders. Let me check on the Raiders. So
appreciate you, man.
Happy for you guys. Really. Winning week 1 is huge.
Huge. We will talk more NFL later. We will talk college football right now as Mack McCarthy joined us earlier today. Mondays with Mack. Let's hear it right now.
All right, Mondays with Mack. Back on Pirate Radio Live. Clip Rock, Mack McCarthy, and Jared Watkins in Studio C. How you doing, Coach Mack?
I am good. Another crazy weekend and a much better slate of games coming up for this coming weekend.
Yeah, pretty good slate, but I mean, still a fun college football Saturday. Real quick, I am a little disappointed in you. You went to Lane Stadium for Vandy, Virginia Tech, and you're sending me pictures. And are you one of these like bigwig box guys now? Sweet guys?
No, not necessarily. I'm on the sideline most of the game, but occasionally I will go up to the press box, especially around halftime, to see all the writers and TV folks.
Okay, fair enough. No, I'm kidding, Mac. Looked pretty awesome, like a good scene the other night in Blacksburg. But
feel free to share those photos then.
Okay, we'll do. Hokie fans left disappointed though Saturday night.
Oh, they left early and left in droves, and they don't usually do that. But that may be that may be the turning point that is the end of the Pry era. That was pretty discouraging what happened in the second half down there.
I was going to say, we're following ECU, keeping an eye on games, getting ready for our post game and everything.
Yeah,
Virginia Tech led by double digits, right? At
halftime. At halftime.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that thing flipped, I guess, pretty quickly.
Yeah, gained 20 yards in the second half and couldn't hang on to the ball. And Vanderbilt had, way over 300 yards in the second half, and Tech had 20.
Wow. Well, Maxter, you can add to the Week 2 headlines. I put good week for the American. You had the South Florida win over Florida. Yeah. Very impressive that it wasn't some wild, crazy shootout. Their defense kept them in the game, and Who knew there was another line of Grammaticas kicking? I did not know that until Saturday. That I don't know. Is that Martine or Bill's kid? I don't even know.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
he's in the family for sure. And who knew that we would have spitting as part
Oh,
of
my God.
as part of the outcome of the game?
Yeah, it is spitting, the new epidemic across football, apparently. But USF wins, and Army gets off the mat after losing to Tarleton State and beats Kansas State.
That's what makes college football great. Tarleton 1 week and Kansas State on the road the next week. Holy cow. You can't make this up. I know the NFL had some exciting games, and I know you're all pumped up about the Commanders and everything, but come on now. Nothing beats college football.
Why? I mean, why take a shot at the NFL? Why not just celebrate college football?
I was just trying to celebrate college football, but I thought you have to at least give the NFL credit for having some exciting games. And of course, the final game of the day was really exciting.
Mack, I don't know how they let us get Deebo Samuel. It's almost unfair now what we have offensively. But anyway.
Easy now. Don't go crazy.
So I talked about this with David Glenn on the pregame
You sound
show.
like a Cowboy fan.
I'm totally joking. We're underdogs Thursday night against Green Bay, so whatever. So Florida State plays a school that may or may not be a real school. I don't know. But just the fact that they roll up 49 in the first half, 77 in the game, because, Mac, as a coach, as a football fan, whatever, the hangover, the letdown thing is real when you have one of those giant emotional wins. So I'm going to give Florida State credit for putting up 77, even though they did it against an FCS opponent. But how about them coming off? Sometimes it's tougher to come off big wins than losses, right?
No, there's no question, and I do give them a lot of credit, and I know they weren't playing anybody that could hold a candle to them, but we've seen letdowns against lesser teams.
What'd you think of, like, Bama and Texas? Like, did they have appropriate bounce backs for you, or are you worried about them at all? Okay.
They did, but again, we're all wait and see on those folks now. But they did what they had to do, so that's good.
I was kind of disappointed in Texas. I wanted more points. 38-7 doesn't do it for me.
That's a valid concern.
All right.
And my other question here is, what happened to Mike Gundy and Oklahoma State? Like, I know they lost every conference game last year. I saw that line this week, and I was like, I know Oregon's good and Oklahoma State was bad last year, but should they be 29-point underdogs to teams that not that long ago they were, pretty close to? And, yeah, the answer is yes. They should have been 65-point underdogs, apparently. But that is crazy, Coach Mack.
First time in the Gundy era that they have been a 4-touchdown underdog, and he's been there 20+ years. So that was pretty amazing. But the more I keep hearing about and seeing out of Oregon, they may have something to say about who wins the Big Ten. And I thought they were a third or fourth place team, but I'm not so sure about that anymore. And I know that wasn't a quality win necessarily, but they have still looked really good these first 2 weeks.
Was there a talk? I heard Dan Lanning apparently responding to something Gundy said about money.
Yeah.
I know that, they weren't, T-Boone and Oklahoma State wasn't complaining about no money, were they?
Oh, they were, and the problem with it was, they got good because of money. Now Oregon has gotten good because of money, and then the worst thing that Gundy said was, they need to think about Oregon needs to think about how they schedule their non-conference games based on how much more money they have. And last week, Oklahoma State played UT Martin. Come on now, you can't have it both ways.
Man, well, Mike Gundy needs to go home and watch the news and maybe get in that line of work. I know he's a big fan of some news networks. ECU handles Campbell. Nothing much coming out of that.
I did like how Chasten Ditta looked. I wasn't expecting him to come in once Mike Wright's reps at quarterback were done. I was thinking Raheem Jeter, but thoroughly impressed with what Chasten Ditta did.
ECU, Mack, maybe has a quarterback of the future in this crazy college football landscape, actually recruiting a kid and maybe grooming him to be the future. So we'll see.
the factor, and we've talked about the fact that you almost have to have a quarterback who is not only mobile but a threat to run on a regular basis. And if you have that, then you better have a backup quarterback. So I would think this is good news for East Carolina.
Anything else, guys, week 2 that stood out to you before we move ahead to week 3?
Carolina wins, but 20 points against Charlotte.
NC State, Coach Mack, for the second straight week, back against the end zone. They come up with a stop, this time an interception on a very poor decision by the quarterback. Had a man in the flat, but went for the end zone. But NC State 2-0 by the skin of their teeth right now.
Yeah, living on the edge, and you got to give Oklahoma credit for probably being better than a lot of us thought.
You shouted out their quarterback last week, Coach Mack, going into that game.
Yeah.
What's his name? He's
John Mateer, and he's the
Mateer.
real deal.
Yeah, Mateer. And that was a huge win for Venables there on Saturday night.
Yeah, and they've got a difficult schedule, and of course, you mentioned USF beating Florida, and that's half the story. The other half of the story is Billy Napier losing, and of course they fired him last year, and then he won all those games at the end. But I'll tell you, this schedule coming up, starting this week at LSU, I don't know how he survives this. I really don't.
Well, Florida was a popular pick for me and us when we did the what team is not going to be in the top 25 or whatever at the end of the year. And that was solely based on schedule. It was not based on we thought they'd lose in week 2.
Right.
But here they are. All right, let's get to week 3, and we'll look at some games and make some picks. Clemson, by the way, first of all, the lot of delays, Coach Mack, throughout Saturday in college football, and Clemson, I think, experienced one of these and had a bit of a delay in winning that game against Troy. But they are 1-1, not a pretty 1-1, as they head to Georgia Tech, and all of a sudden a big ACC matchup here.
Yeah, they did not look overwhelming. They haven't looked like the best team in the ACC when they were the odds-on favorite to win the league. But I'm liking Georgia Tech in the points, but I still think probably Clemson finds a way to win. But I'm not so sure about that. That in the back of my mind, when we start picking the upset, that's going to be one that's floating around up there.
I'm going to go ahead and pick Georgia Tech outright. I feel like I see with my eyes that something's wrong, but I just base it off of history, and I'm like, they'll figure it out. And maybe there's just something not right at Clemson. So I'm going to take Georgia Tech outright to win this game with the picks.
I'm completely on Mack's side with it. 9.5, way too many points for Clemson, but I think they're just better. I think Clemson wins.
So you guys are going straight up Clemson.
Yeah.
Okay. But with the points, a different story. All right, Maxter, tell us about Georgia at Tennessee.
Well, that line has interestingly moved down. It started out in 7-8 area and has slipped all the way down. Some places have it as low as 3.5 or so. And I think all this is based on Gunnar Stockton. I don't know that everybody believes in him. I personally don't believe in him, but Georgia's got so many other good players. In Tennessee, we don't know what they are. They played Syracuse, who lost everybody. They played ETSU, who is not in their league whatsoever. So I don't know what we have, but Tennessee, based on what they did defensively last year and what we know Heupel can do offensively, I kind of have some hope for Tennessee this week.
And your pick is?
Georgia.
Glad I asked. I'll tell you who I don't believe in, and it's mostly because I saw him play here against ECU, Joey Aguilar. And look, I know they rolled up a bunch of points in Atlanta or whatever against Syracuse, but I'm taking Georgia here because in the who do you not believe in quarterback battle, I'm going to favor Georgia over Tennessee.
This is a heart pick for me because, I have flipped completely on Joey Aguilar. When he went to UCLA and then Tennessee, I was like, this guy stinks. Like, why is he going to a big-time program? But I'm a big fan of him now. I'm going Tennessee.
What happened?
I
don't know. It's just something about the kid.
So nothing happened.
Well, he looked good against Syracuse, but
Okay.
that's not really anything to write home about. But I don't know. I'm a big fan now.
Again, something had to. How did you say this guy sucks and now you're a fan with nothing happening?
I'm a weird person.
You're okay. This one's unexplainable. You should be on like a national show giving out picks.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, why do you? I don't know. I'm just weird, man.
Yeah.
That's why. All right.
I got a feeling.
Okay. Hey, feelings are, you got to go with them feelings sometimes. I don't care. I'm putting this on the list. I know it's like a 3-score spread or whatever, but South Florida, Miami belongs on the list. What do you think, Mac?
It does belong on the list, and I love the points, but I don't think there's any way they can do this 3 weeks in a row. But I didn't think there was any way they could do it 2 weeks in a row. So I was wrong the first 2 weeks, but I think Miami and Florida State looks like it could finally come down to those two to win the ACC, which they thought would happen when they joined the league 20 years ago, and hasn't happened since.
A good game for Carson Beck to maybe get his name back out there, like a Heisman. Because look, South Florida is now going to be the America's darling. If he goes out there and carves them up, he'll get some credit for that. Yeah. I will take Miami to win. I think South Florida keeps it respectable.
Yeah,
Jarrett.
I mean, hey, credit to South Florida. 2 wins against ranked opponents is impressive, but those teams are not Miami. I'm going with Miami here.
Mac, what is the Notre Dame Texas A&M line?
It is Notre Dame 5.5, I think.
Okay, that's kind of a lot, but this is one of those where I just say Notre Dame does not start the year 1-2. Like I trust in James Freeman. I should have won that. I say should. I could have won that week 1 game. I'm taking the Irish here, and I'll probably bet on them too. I don't know. I don't know why I believe in Notre Dame so much. I like the quarterback. I like Carr. So give me Notre Dame.
Yeah, this is my upset. Texas A&M went straight up.
Maxter.
Straight
with
up.
Elko. Okay.
And I'm not an SEC homer at all, but I think Notre Dame was exposed a little bit, even though they, like you said, they could have won that game. But A&M, they are loaded. They are loaded.
I think Jeremiah Love gets rocking and rolling early. I take the Fighting Irish here.
They better. He was pretty much a
They didn't even give him the ball last time.
I know. Yeah. What did Notre Dame do week 2? Anybody know off the top of their heads?
I thought they were off.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 0-1.
Oh, they don't start 0-2? That would be something, though, if they did.
And they still may make the playoffs. They might win 10 in a row. I think they go 9-3 and get edged out of the playoffs.
Man. Yeah, I was going to ask Coach Mack, does 0-2 knock them out? Of course, we all thought they might be out with Northern Illinois last year, and they ran the table.
No.
So
0-2 doesn't do it, but a third one will.
But 9-3 would. Okay. Mac, you said last week, I can't pick Virginia, and I can't pick against Virginia Tech. And just going off of some of the things you said last week, did you think Vanderbilt would win? Did you really believe Virginia Tech was going to win before Saturday night?
No, I believed that they could win, but
no,
I didn't think they were going to. No,
I thought so. Having said that, Vandy at South Carolina this week, and first of all, the Pavia guy. What was it like watching him live? Is he the real deal? You like him?
You know, he is, but the story of the game wasn't Pavia. It was their offensive line. They had 5 transfer starters. They have one from Minnesota, one from West Virginia, one from South Dakota, one from Arizona State, and one from Liberty. They have 5 new starters, all of them transfers. And in the second half, they just dominated what looked to like a pretty good defensive front for Virginia Tech, and for the first 3 halves that they played. I say the game against South Carolina and then the first half against Vanderbilt, they looked pretty good. But Pavia was good in the second half. He doesn't make mistakes. He did throw an interception in the first half. They sacked him some in the first half, but he just keeps on, and he throws a really accurate football for a little bitty guy who does not look like the prototypical quarterback.
All right. Boy, I want to pick him again, but I'm going to let Jarrett go first.
I'm going South Carolina. It feels like Vanderbilt always wins a game like they do last week, and then they'll go and get blown out by a conference opponent.
Mac, you have to keep saying you're not a SEC homer, which makes me think you are because you say you're not so much. I'm just kidding. But I like good football games. I love that we're at a place now where Vanderbilt, South Carolina is a game I'm looking forward to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be Bama, Georgia, or whatever. This is a big game, and I'm excited for it. Vanderbilt, that was a big win for them Saturday. I just don't know if they get 2 in a row like that. I feel like last year they would pull off a big win, and then you kind of expect them to maybe win, and they don't. So give me Sellers in South Carolina here. How about you, Mac?
Yeah, I think they could cover, but I think South Carolina finds a way to win because they're at home, and yeah, it is Vanderbilt. You know, the league is interesting. The SEC. I mean, Mississippi State beats the 13th ranked team in the country and storms the field and looks good doing it. But I don't know who you want to play in the SEC, but you know, they've got a point. When you line up on the field against them, they're pretty darn good.
I need to go back and watch that. That was during the 5th quarter. I didn't get a good look at it and didn't go back and revisit it. But how does a guy just run free in that situation for Mississippi State? I know they say like prevents you from winning, but maybe have a couple of safeties back there or something. That was just crazy. But good win for the Cowbell folks. Upset of the week. I don't know how much I believe in this, but just first glance at the games, looking at the numbers, I'm going to take Duke to beat Tulane outright. They're an underdog in that game.
Yeah, that's not a bad pick. They, you know, other than turnovers, they did fine, and the final score was not indicative of that game against Illinois, and Illinois is pretty darn good. But if they don't turn the ball over, I think they have a very good chance to beat Tulane. I like that pick.
That was a one-score game with like 3 minutes left in the third quarter or something, Mac, and then you look at the score. If people just look at the score, they think it was a blowout. But
I didn't watch any of the Tulane game, but only beating South Alabama by 2.
Yeah,
that's
kind of fooled around with it.
I like Duke there,
and that was Tulane coming off a pretty big win. Big win, Northwestern, but kind of a letdown game for them. Maybe upset pick.
I wanted to go Duke over Tulane, but I don't want to ride on anybody's coattails. I don't really like this one, but I'll take Cal over Minnesota.
What a weird game.
Yeah.
Coach Mack, you going to go A&M?
I am.
Okay. My group of 5 poll, South Florida number 1, Tulane number 2, UNLV. I had them on the poll last week. Good foresight by me. They go out and take care of UCLA. So good work. Dan Mullen's got it figured out after almost losing to an FCS team, Mac.
How about instead of the poll, we do just most likely to get a P4 job from the group of 5. How about we just go with that?
Well, I'll go goalish 1, and I'll go from there. I'll throw Navy number 4, and Texas State win in the Alamo Dome and beat UTSA. Yeah. Welcome to the top 5, Texas State.
Nice.
Big win, yeah.
All right. Anything else college football? We'll hit some NASCAR and get out of here. Anything else y'all got?
I mean, I'm interested in ECU Coastal this week. Coastal big on the run, playing 2 quarterbacks as well.
Mac, ECU BYU next Saturday, 7:30, Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. I believe it's ESPN2. So if ECU just takes care of their business this week, you'll have 2-1 ECU, 2-0 BYU. Pretty big college football game. Pretty good game.
Will be. Let's go, Pirates.
Excited about that.
Yes, sir.
All right, J-Bone, Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, I didn't watch really any of the race, but I was talking to some people this morning, and they were like, just an absolute snooze fest. Nothing really going on.
Mac, did you watch it?
Not true at all. Not true at all.
They were wrong.
Yeah, they were dead wrong. I mean, Bubba Wallace dominated for a while. There was lots of action. Larson dumped Blaney, and
I saw that.
And we blamed Hocevar because he had to be at fault, I'm sure. And the Dillon brothers wrecked each other, and Elliott got in the action with being a little bit aggressive, but no, it was exciting, and it came down to fuel mileage and tire wear, and anytime you can do that on a mile track, sign me up for that. I thought it was very exciting and a fairly predictable winner in the fact that tires mattered, and when tires matter, Denny Hamlin will be near the front.
Jared, you don't have the numbers in front of you, but you do know that you are
I am in the lead after a Denny
lead.
Hamlin. I was in the lead last week, and then
Right.
with the Denny Hamlin win, I gained points.
All right, Coach Mack, did you watch any NFL? Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson put on a show.
No, heard about it.
Commanders 1-0.
Heard about it.
Jalen Lane had a catch. Former Hokie.
Yeah, he's helping the Commanders. He's good.
All right, I'm gonna get you on board by the end of the year.
Be with the Commanders or just in the NFL?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to a game. I'm gonna stay at y'all's house. It's gonna be a big thing.
Come on. We ain't scared.
All right, Maxter. Thank you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Mondays with Mack, talking college football every Monday here on Pirate Radio Live. You say, we will take a break, come back, wrap up hour 1. Got Harp hour 2. Still got to get to Aundrae, Allison. Cliff Godwin will join us as well to talk about Jay Glazer coming to Greenville, North Carolina. Excited about that. You can hear him speak live. We'll have the details for you coming up in hour number 3. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Victory Monday after this. The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
You would do anything to keep your family safe. Don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. Hi, this is Mike Robertson, the owner of SCI Technologies. We have recently merged with High-Tech Communications to become North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. The most cost-effective solutions for your home or business security and life safety needs. SCI Technologies, 252-321-7006. That's 321-7006.
Hey, Pirate fans, I'd know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. A win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Proudly distributed locally by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
Get ready, Pirate Nation. This is Victor Ihuka, ambassador for the Greenville Museum of Art.
And Elena Corsini, president of the board of the Greenville Museum of Art. Get in the game for style. Join us at the Greenville Museum of Art on Thursday, September 11th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. for fashion on display.
See a dynamic runway show. Enjoy appetizers, an open bar, and pop-up shopping.
For tickets, go to gmoa.org.
Set sail for style, pirates.
Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination is here. It's Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater, a brand new state-of-the-art outdoor amphitheater with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive away right off I-95 in Roanoke Rapids. On September 13th, legendary country music group Alabama takes the stage. Tickets are on sale now at CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com.
Big news from the Rick House. The Rick House has a brand new menu that you're absolutely going to love. New on the menu are creamy garlic parm chicken pasta, crab cakes, and our new porterhouse, half filet, half strip, tender and juicy, and grilled to perfection. The Rick House is the area's bourbon authority, featuring Willet, Jefferson Tropics, and the Frank Sinatra Select by Jack Daniels. The new menu features new, lower prices and $4 drafts all summer long. The Rick House, Red Bank Road in Greenville.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with Harris Real Estate Group, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates!
This is Coach Ruffin McNeil, and when you tune into Pirate Radio, I can't guarantee what's going to happen, so listen at your own risk, please.
Listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for repair. Contact the professionals at CopyPro, where they promise fast 3-hour service on all your office printing devices. Contact CopyPro today for a free office printing analysis to help you cut costs and boost efficiency. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 756-3175. Greenview Utilities Neighbor-to-Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor-to-Neighbor program today. Now, let's take it back in. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Alex Harper in the green room. He'll join us coming up in a moment. Once again, 3-0 dog of the day. Deebo Samuel finds the end zone. Chandler had the Chargers against the Chiefs. Jarrett had his Raiders beating the Patriots. Another dog of the day presented by the Doghouse Tavern coming up later on this week.
I love when all the boys eat.
And we were eating good.
I love when all
in
the boys
neighborhood.
get to eat.
Gotta let the big dog eat.
And we'll talk about our NFL Sunday with Harp when he joins us coming up in the 4:00 hour. But how about last night?
That was unbelievable.
You had the two best quarterbacks, maybe the two best teams going at it, and just an epic game. And it's crazy to think that neither one of these teams will be in the Super Bowl because somehow Patrick Mahomes will beat them in the playoffs.
Yeah, and nothing really surprising there. Josh Allen is Superman, and John Harbaugh, I think this is his 17th double-digit blown lead in his coaching career.
Are you exaggerating, or did you actually see that? Because I saw a stat. Yeah, that is nuts.
It's nuts.
Which he's been around a while.
Yeah, but I mean, he's
had enough evidence to say he's a good coach, though, right?
He's a great coach,
but something's not right.
Everybody likes to crap on Mike McCarthy, but you really look at the numbers, the records. Mike McCarthy has damn near exact record as Mike Tomlin, Sean Payton, and John Harbaugh. I mean, that's not bad company, but
I'm gonna crap on Mike McCarthy.
You can. He's a big dumb doofus. Obviously.
Yeah.
But
a BDD.
But he's also a decent coach.
A DC. But he's a BDD above anything else. Big dumb doofus.
But yeah, the Chiefs will be right back in there. Nothing surprising from Friday night either, because the Chargers are like this when it's not important, and the Chiefs will sleepwalk until it is important.
Chandler, I'm not taking shots at you, but like, you're kind of out of this conversation. This is for like 1-0 teams right now. Did you get a feeling watching that game that they're in the Power Four and we're like Group of Five? Like, the Commanders are pretty good.
Yeah.
I think they could go to the playoffs this year. The Raiders could be a playoff team.
Absolutely.
But, like, there is a tier in the NFL, and I don't think our teams are in there with Buffalo and Baltimore.
I don't think 80% of the league is in that.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, more than 80. I think it's really just 3 or 4 teams.
And there's something about seeing 2 elite teams like that go at it. And like, boy, I'm glad we don't have to take the field with them twice this year. And if I see them, it'll be in a Super Bowl. If you see them, it could be round 1.
It'll be week 3.
Round 2.
When we see, or week 8 when we see the Chiefs.
No, it'll be week 3 when you play the Commanders. But they are a cut above anyone else.
And it's all because of who's under center.
Yeah.
I mean, allowing 40 points, that's not a Super Bowl defense. But because you have Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, you have a shot.
And I'm not going to lose sight of Derrick Henry being a generational player that we are lucky to witness as sports fans and football fans, even though he had that fumble late. You can't do that.
I mean.
But all I was thinking during that is he's about to be in an Adam Sandler movie because he's about to run for 2,000 yards again this season.
At year 10, and the guy's still going. It's nuts.
I love the old tweets. Like Pete Prisco had one that resurfaced last night about, congratulations, Nick Saban, you won, and you ruined Derrick Henry's career by giving him all these carries, and now he'll never be anything.
Yeah.
And here he is in 2025.
I saw a tweet either last night or this morning that made me crack up. It was a tweet from like 2017. It's like, my aunt just went in a coma. Somebody quote tweeted that, said, wake her up and tell her Derrick Henry's still doing this thing. That was... Give me a chuckle.
I love coma chats.
Yeah.
Like, man, just think if you went into a coma and you woke up and A, our team's called the Stupid Commanders for some reason, and B, we have a quarterback named Jaden Daniels.
And by the way, before that, y'all were the football team.
Yeah. Chad says, I know my team is not in that tier. Susan, who can commiserate with you, Chandler, says, Chandler, I think we're not going to have too many Victory Mondays. I hope it's a 1 week thing.
I hope it is. I kept
y'all
saying
look
yesterday,
bad.
it was bad.
Bad.
I just kept saying to myself, it's just week 1. It's just week 1.
But it's the Jags, man.
Yeah, the Jags. Look, we lost by 16. I would have thought we lost by 116.
Yeah.
Like, that game seemed like it was so lopsided, yet the score wasn't all that bad. It was,
to be fair, how many chances did y'all have kind of in the red zone and you went for it and didn't get anything? At least twice, y'all were like knocking on the doorstep.
2 times, 2 or 3 times. There was that one play where, I don't know if there was a lot of confusion. In fact, there was a lot of confusion yesterday. I was getting so frustrated. It seemed like almost every single snap, we were waiting for like the last second on the play clock. We had a tight end standing up, our guard standing up, looking to the sideline. Bryce is doing signals with like 4 seconds left. I'm like, hey, we got to snap the ball. And there's a lot of confusion. And then something we don't really see from Bryce Young a lot and hardly ever, he got frustrated yesterday. And you've got our quarterback, week 1 of the season, throwing his helmet on the sideline. Yeah. Who's a nice guy. He's like, hey, how's everybody doing? Everybody doing great?
I don't want my quarterback being like that.
You talking about cuz?
Yeah. Like training camp, first press conference in training camp. Hey, reporters, I want to ask you, how was y'all summer? You got the nicest quarterback in the league throwing his helmet, cussing his coach out.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Not good.
I was mad for you. Into 2023, that December 23rd game, throws for 300 yards against the Packers. And then last year, great performances against the Eagles and Chiefs, both teams that were in the Super Bowl. And like those late season games, it's like, all right, Bryce is finally starting to do something. He's finally getting there. And then these week 1 games, he throws for 80 yards.
Yeah, it just looked
on 16 completions like that. I was mad for you.
It just looked like a cluster bleep yesterday.
Yeah.
It just looked like
a preseason game.
And the defense was bad. Rush defense was bad. I expected that.
Yeah.
I expected to give up chunk plays and big pass plays on 3rd down.
Derek Brown's healthy though.
I understand, but there was no pressure on the quarterback. But once again, the defense is something I kind of was like, all right, if we play bad, whatever. But seeing the offense the way it was yesterday and the way our supposedly franchise quarterback played yesterday,
ain't gonna be the franchise for long.
I mean, I'm telling you, it was so frustrating. Once again, I'm just thinking it's week 1. And
who y'all got next week?
At Arizona, who beat the Saints yesterday.
All right. That's winnable.
What frustrated me about it, though, wasn't necessarily Bryce Young, because if you go back and you watch a lot of Bryce Young's incompletions, he was hitting his receivers.
Yeah.
The receivers weren't holding on.
Yeah,
Bryce looked great.
Did y'all see the clip of Mark Schlereth criticizing Xavier Legette?
Yeah, he
for good reason.
He flubbed on a block, and he was like, "Dude, like, why are you out there?"
He
if you don't
said,
care?"
if you're not gonna know where you are and get your 2 feet in bounds and make a big catch for your quarterback, and if you're not gonna block on 3rd and 1,
What are you doing out
What
there?
are you doing on the field?
That frustrated me.
That was harsh, but
he sucks.
Accurate.
Like, he's bad.
Well,
Yeah.
I said before the season, I think he's a jag. He's just another guy.
Right.
Got a great personality. Seems like a great dude.
Talks funny.
But doesn't seem like he's going to be there to stay.
Yeah, and there was actually a couple times yesterday where he just wasn't aware where he was out on the field. And
is that coaching? I feel like
I think that's just being a smart football player. I think that's just knowing where you're out on the field.
Coach don't need to tell you where to put your feet.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, I just think that's like, as a receiver and a first-round receiver at that, you should know where you are on the football field. Know where you're at when you go to the sideline. Hey, where does my feet need to be? So that was
where your
frustrating.
feet are is what I said.
And so, but you're right, Jackson. There was throws yesterday that Bryce put on a dot, and it was just dropped. I know there was one to the tight end, there was one to Hunter Renfro, but he got there was a good defensive play there. But those, I look at those and go, all right, there's potential. We can see those catches be made. But then there's a play yesterday where it's, I believe, 2nd down and 3. And Bryce has a chance to run easily for a first down, decides to throw into tight
Yeah,
coverage.
we're saying run it,
And he throws it, pick, and that's what changed the game, because I believe we had a chance to go down there and really go and punch it in and change the narrative of that game.
One last thing on Bryce Young. Not everybody can be Geno Smith.
All right. Let's take a break. We'll come back. A-Harp joins us. What a ride he had for his first NFL Sunday as a Bucs fan. And we'll get his thoughts on ECU Campbell and ECU Coastal when we return. Hour 2, Pirate Radio Live. Back after this.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Beauty Bar Medi Spa offers non-surgical aesthetics. Our expert team of licensed professionals is dedicated to offering personalized solutions giving you stunning natural-looking results. Fall into beauty with our biggest sale of the year starting September 15th. Enjoy exclusive savings and products including Botox, Xeomin, dermal fillers, laser treatments, hydrofacials, and more. Don't miss out on this incredible sale. September 15th through September 26th. Beauty Bar Medi Spa is located on 1021 Red Banks Road. For more information on all of our services, visit beautybarmedispa.com. Fall into beauty and mark your calendars. Go Pirates!
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen and Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird for my friends at Shimmer Boutique. Arrivals are here from all your favorite brands like Kinder Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and a lot more. Shop now at shimmerboutiqueonline.com and receive free shipping on all orders over $100. And don't forget, Shimmer is your place to get your very own Parker Bird shirt available in youth and adult sizes. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and Shimmer Boutique online.com. Go Pirates.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see us at Integrity Home Mortgage at our new location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
You've had your new computer a few years now, but lately it's been running super slow, acting strange, and you're worried about viruses and losing data.
This is driving me mad!
Let the experts at University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern professionally diagnose your Mac or PC to see what's really going on. They'll determine the root cause and not just symptoms, so you don't waste money fixing the wrong issues. Call 252-558-1280 for in-store or remote service, or make an appointment online at universitypccare.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where all the locals go for Mexican food and fun. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the Gulp of Mexico every Tuesday. A huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $8.99. Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are only $2.99, and on Thursdays, it's half-price house margaritas. For Mexican food and fun, it's gotta be Chico's in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Now, let's take it back in. Here's Clip.
All right, we'll have our New Blue Pirate Report with Blake Harrell comments coming up today and throughout the week. And also Orthopedics East injury report. Orthopedics East will get you back in the game, experienced in professional medical care. Visit Orthopedics East on W.H. Smith Boulevard in Greenville. Online, orthoeast.com. Xavier McIver, who spoke to the media last week. I don't know if that was a curveball from ECU coaches or if, like Jarrett just said, didn't know the severity of the injury, but he is out for the moment.
Yep.
For ECU, and they don't do an injury report, so we are just here to speculate.
But hey,
they don't want us to speculate. They should put out an injury report and tell us what's wrong with him and how long he might be out.
Even it's a big loss for the defense, but saw Preston Carr really step up and.
Preston Carr is a monster of a man. We talked about that with Harper, who joins us. Hey, Alex.
What's up, man?
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Alex.
Also, Desirio Riles, or there as they were calling him on the broadcast, Desirio Riles. I've been saying Sirio.
It's Desirio.
Okay.
There's no A.
No, it was like a long I or a hard I. Desirio. But I'm let's just call him O. That's what his coach is. But O was injured in that game. And again, we don't get any news, so I guess I could text some folks and try to find out.
He was in a walking boot on the sidelines in the fourth quarter of the Campbell game, and then this morning at practice, he was off to the side doing the rope thing.
He was doing the twist?
He was at Muscle Beach. Is what the kids call it.
Okay. But I didn't even know McIver. I didn't even recognize McIver was out of the game.
I didn't know until he wasn't dressed on the sideline.
I was sitting with Sam with Steven Sausage. By the way, awesome job by Steven Sausage on Saturday. But he was like, "Man, I hate McIver's going to be out." I'm like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Has he not played today?" He's like, "No." And I was like, "Well, we just talked to him this week."
Yeah.
So that was just a very bizarre situation.
But I mean, it's hard to notice with all the rotations on that defensive line. I mean, it was pointed out to me that at 1/3 down, we just put 10 new guys out on the defense. That was nuts.
That's nuts.
That's nuts.
Hey, Harp, I hate these games. I talked to somebody at the Buck yesterday, an influential figure formerly with ECU Athletics, who said, why do we play these games? I know, I don't like them either, but I did take a little something from that game.
I did too.
The way they blew them out, the way the defense did not allow a touchdown
at all,
like it kind of made me feel better about this team, and I didn't think that was possible going into an ECU Campbell game.
Yeah, because like in 2022, the last time we played Campbell, it was not that one-sided. Like the score was one-sided, but you know, you watch the whole 60 minutes. It was like Campbell had something.
But we were down at one point in that game.
We were. We were down
10-7.
Yeah.
We've had so many of these games in the past, and I'm looking back at the ODU games and the 2019 game. I know this was Mike Houston's first year, but we beat William and Mary like 19-7. Charleston Southern was a team that came in and gave us. We didn't win that heavily.
And one thing we need to all know is not all FCS is created equal. Like there are tiers of FCS teams, and James Madison, it was at the top of the tier when they came in and beat us, but we weren't very good either. But and A&T, like kind of middle of the road, maybe upper middle.
They were the premier HBCU team,
right,
which means sadly
middle,
very middle of the road.
Yeah. And to say that, I don't think Campbell's like one of the worst FCS teams. They're definitely not a playoff team. They're not an FCS playoff team.
They're not very good.
Okay, so they're lower, mid-lower.
Yeah,
you would say.
But going into games like this, your expectations are so high.
Yeah,
and you find like ways to kind of be like, man, we could have done a better job of this. I feel like there's nothing we can talk about that East Carolina could have done a better job of.
Very like mission accomplished.
Right.
Yeah. Everything all the boxes that needed to be checked were checked, and we can move on.
But
it was a great win.
You played half a season as Blake Harrell as your coach and experienced other head coaches. What does a head coach do after a game where you have 10 penalties?
Run.
Yeah, like there's some of that going on these last couple of days, I would think.
Yeah, run
penalties.
a lot, and then just focus on the mental aspect of the game. Do we know? I don't know off the top of my head, like how many of those were like effort penalties, like a holding or a face mask, and how many were not?
To me, just being at the game, it seemed like a lot of them were pre-snap. A lot of offsides.
pre-snap.
A lot of offsides.
Yeah,
I mean, I'd say 4 or 5 of them were
the
offsides.
boys. Today's their Sunday practice, so they probably ran a lot today. Would be my guess. A lot more than usual.
Yeah, they switched it up this year. Sunday off.
Yeah,
and Monday they get back at it. Coastal coming up. Good grief, man.
I was just going to mention.
Oh, go ahead.
Before we move on from Campbell, I was very interested in the quarterback play at the end of guys that we saw. Of course, Mike Wright. You wanted to see what he looks like at quarterback and not in the slot or in the running back position, but he got some snaps, and then Dida looked great. I mean, absolutely. I thought his passes looked crisp and threw a touchdown pass that looked good. And I think a very common question that was on the fifth quarter was, where was Raheem Jeter on Saturday night? So, and I actually was talking to Sam, and I was like, hey, I wanted to come back after halftime to see some of these backups, especially the quarterbacks, and I even told him I want to see Raheem Jeter, and we never did.
Yeah, I was disappointed not to see Raheem too. Honestly, I was excited for this upcoming season because I thought Raheem would be used frequently, and the second that Mike Wright got signed here, I knew that role was going to go to him. I didn't expect to see Raheem play much this year, unfortunately.
Moving on to Coastal.
One more thing. Dylan Lorick, the wide receiver that caught the pass from Chaston, did a touchdown. Just seeing like Dyro Roberts run onto the field and like
jump up and hug him,
show him so much love. Like that's what I like.
Did you cry?
I didn't cry. I was on camera. I didn't cry. Right. No, but just seeing like those guys who aren't going to get a lot of reps this season get in there and have those moments, it just was special to me.
Special.
Still proud that I bought Brock Spalding stock early in the year.
And if you look at the depth chart, he's a starter now.
Oh, they changed the depth chart?
Yeah, the kid's a dog.
He's a starting slot receiver. He was Yannick's backup.
Shout out to the caller who said move Brock Spalding as the starting slot receiver. He should be there. And Petaway has moved down on the depth chart. All right. You might have to disregard what I say about this game this week, because if I was not on Pirate Radio and an ECU grad, I would bet on ECU right now.
I did.
Against Coastal.
I did.
They've scored.
Coastal looks terrible.
They're averaging 10 a game. And they've played Virginia and Charleston Southern. Virginia just gave up 35 to the Pack. I don't think they have a transformational defense. Like, all the signs are ECU should wear them out.
Yeah.
And I'm just nervous as a pessimistic Pirate. But, man, we should go out there and take it to these guys Saturday night.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm glad that you said you're nervous because I'm terrified.
It's on the road. And anything. You were in some ECU ODU games, right?
I was, yeah.
It reminds me of those trips there where it's like, we should beat these guys, but in the fourth quarter, it's a one-score game.
You need to stop for your defense.
Yeah. We should. And if the logo on the helmet was different, like if it was a different Sun Belt team, maybe you would get more excited for this game. But I think Coastal's a big enough opponent.
I'm excited. I think the atmosphere is going to be awesome.
Yeah, this is probably their biggest game of the year, in my opinion. This is their most important. I'm saying even if it's not like the biggest, this is probably their most important game.
Well, here's their home
on how
schedule.
the season has gone so far. Like if you lose to ECU at home, just pack it up.
Louisiana Monroe, Marshall's way down, Georgia State, and JMU. And that's not till November 29th. Mm-hmm. And by that point, is Coastal in any kind of conference mix? The way they've played so far, no, they're not.
Doubtful.
So this is their game.
It is.
I'm not going to say this is their bleep.
Yeah.
But it might be. And for ECU, this is a monster game for Blake Harrell to go on the road. Now, Blake Harrell's already gone on the road and won big games as an interim coach. I'll put North Texas there.
That was huge. Yeah, that was huge.
You got that experience. But I like that there's going to be an atmosphere, too, because if for some reason ECU, after a 50-point win, is lollygagging this week or whatever, I think the crowd will get them into the game, and it won't be some dead environment.
Yeah. And I heard you guys talking in hour one. This game is also really important because I want Dowdy Ficklin next Saturday when BYU comes in.
The build up.
Because trust, as a West Virginia guy, losing a very winnable game the week before the biggest game of the year really brings the vibes down.
I kind of like that for the Mountaineers, though.
I don't.
Now they're going to beat Pitt. Pitt's taking them easy.
I'm sick.
But we also compared it to last year, going on the road to ODU, on squeaking a win out there, 20-14. Mm-hmm. And even though East Carolina didn't play their best game, they got the win. And then they're 2-0, and they're at home against App State. And we remember how big that environment was.
Yeah.
We feel like that could be the same way if the Pirates win this week.
That
no
App
matter
State
what.
game is probably like a top 3 game I wish I had back. I wish we got that one stings to this day.
If MJ Morris is starting, this is easy. 13 for 22, 102 yards, 4.7 QBR against Charleston Southern.
So you think we might see Tad?
Tad Hudson went 3 for 5, 37 yards.
Would you say he's just a tad better?
I'd give him the slight edge, a tad bit.
Oh, that was like 6 out of 10.
Okay.
That was solid.
All right. I'm going to start grading you.
All right.
We'll see how you do.
Good.
You're not doing great on your, what's the word? Showing up to class?
Attendance.
I don't know why I couldn't think of that word. Because you will not be here Saturday. Just like these guys won't be here Friday.
Where are y'all going?
I'm TBD.
Okay. Anyway, I could be. It depends on what time the backyard brawl's over.
You're not going to be here in studio.
Oh, yeah, in studio. No, I won't be.
You better be on the show.
Yeah, I can be on the show still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
What time's your game?
Kickoff is at 3:30.
Yeah, so we'll get you on
late. Hour 2, you could definitely. If it's 3:30, game's about 3 hours. 7:30 kickoff for ECU.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, shoot.
What kind of math are you doing?
Not good math.
We'll talk to you in the final hour of our show.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Let's do it.
Could be after a huge win. Are y'all tailgating? You and Pops?
Yes.
Are going to be throwing them back?
We're going to be in the blue lot for sure. Getting ready.
Are you ready to say West Virginia sucks yet?
I am.
I am too.
They are dog crap.
I think there's 2 definitives right now in college football that you can definitely say.
They scored 10 points against Ohio.
Yeah.
10 points.
Listen, Ohio's a good football team. Okay. We had a great
week. JD Vance is from.
We had a great week of practice.
Are you thinking of Ohio State?
Huh?
Nothing.
No.
Hey, they do play Ohio State this week. We'll see.
Oh,
Ohio does?
Yeah.
Great.
I'm going to say they score more than 10.
Yeah. But now 2 definitives in college football. West Virginia sucks, and Billy Napier should be fired, or should have already been fired.
South Florida might. think South Florida's got a squad.
Yeah.
Really, Chandler? What makes you say that?
Or Billy Napier just sucks.
I think both can be true.
Do you know who South Florida plays this week?
Who's that?
Well,
Come on, man.
Who you got? You think South Florida can do it again?
No, but I think they keep it close.
Shout out to, was it Reddit College Football that said, is this the best 2-0 start for a G5 team?
Yeah, I saw that.
Since 2008 ECU. Oh, that was cool.
Little props.
Shout out to us. Matt said the league is sticking it to y'all with all these night games. Yeah. Well, Bone and kind of I were thinking about maybe
I was hoping for
taking the red eye to go see Commanders Raiders if BYU and ECU kicked off early in the day, but they don't.
Yeah, I can't do it after a 7:30 kickoff and then got to do post game.
Why not?
Pictures. Why not?
You can sleep when you're dead.
Yeah, but I feel like it'd be more fun at the Buck.
Jim Zoki does it.
I'm not Jim Zoki, dude. I'm far from that.
John Moody has a question for John Gilbert, Jackson. And that question for John Gilbert is, how many turnovers does ECU have this season?
None.
Man.
Or how many times have we turned the ball over this season?
None.
Thank you. How about that stat, Harps?
We had 11 interceptions the first 2 games last year.
Yep.
Oh, Jakester was giving them up. And Caden cut down on the picks, but he had him a few last year, too.
He had a stretch or two where he got a little excited.
By the way, Jake Garcia, quarterback at Michigan, and Michigan is being led by the man, Biff Poggi.
The Biffers.
Let's see.
I don't know what the spread is, but I'm taking Michigan to cover.
It's 2 games he's coaching, right?
Right, yeah.
Well, I'd put a future on them to win the national title because of
Don't
Biff
they
Poggi.
play
Central Michigan and Nebraska.
I was going to say they got Nebraska in this.
Let's see. Michigan minus 27.5 this weekend, and then the next weekend against Nebraska, Michigan minus 3.
I don't think Michigan can score 27 points.
What was Biff at the helm?
I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know.
With a bum squad, he put up 55 on us.
Let me give a shout out to the Jackman, Jackson, a.k.a. Maxon. Right now, your Clemson take, now I saw Jamie mention it in the Chili Water chat game, looking pretty good. And I am taking, we already ran the Mack segment, right? Yeah, we ran our picks. I'm taking Georgia Tech to beat Clemson. I'm taking Georgia Tech to beat Clemson this week.
I love that pick.
And Jackson said Clemson's done, put him in the grave. And we were kind of calculating, okay, if they lose 3 games, they could be out of the playoff 4 for sure. And they lost that first one. This Georgia Tech one, a big one in Atlanta. And instead of saying they'll just figure it out, I'm going to trust my eyes right now. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say something's wrong. There's something strange here.
Something strange here.
I'm taking Georgia Tech to win. Thoughts?
It's on the road, too, which makes it even better. Because they have a history of losing on the road to Georgia Tech in a big game.
I do trust Haynes King more than Cade Klubnik.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's a statement.
I think Haynes King is better.
Yeah.
That boy can run.
He can tote the rock.
Yeah.
You know who else can run, tote the rock, really good thrower? Daniel Jones. Everybody want to give me crap on Friday.
All right, let's take a break and we'll talk NFL.
Okay.
When we return. I'm going to talk about the bets I won just to set up the bets I lost, which were the worst bets you could possibly place on Sunday. We'll talk takes. We'll get A-Harp's recap as a Bucs fan. What a wild one in Atlanta. And maybe a little more Panthers talk. When we return, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Back with you after this.
QC Kinetics with another success story, and this one from our Pirate Radio family. Brian Bailey's wife, Melissa, has finally found some answer to her pain in her back.
I work in home health, so I'm constantly working with patients. That work is taking its toll on my body and my back. And all the driving that I do, I was looking for an answer. I found that answer at QC Kinetics. My pain is virtually gone, and I'm in the early stages of treatment. They say it's only going to get better from here.
Call them today for a free consultation, 409 494-5387. QC Kinetics.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
Hey Pirate Nation, are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across eastern North Carolina where all residents are membership eligible. First Flight members experience in-person service, competitive savings, and loan rates. Everything from automobile, boat, and home loans, First Flight has you covered. First Flight is more than just a branch. They're on a mission to take better care of our community. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender.
Get your game faces on, Pirates. It's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time to blast the cannons in the stands and the fields, if you know what I mean. We're flying into Duff season with shotguns galore and shells for days. Don't miss out on Beretta's rebates on 17 different models of long guns and handguns. Get up to $350 back. Get ready for hunting season with the best deals around and the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Shiny teeth in me.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Dr. Holly, owner of Pirate Dental. At Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Does your tooth hurt?
They fix teeth.
Chipped tooth?
They fix teeth.
Need a second opinion?
We fix teeth.
Need a crown, have a cavity? We fix teeth. Bottom line at Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Call us today at 252-321-2500 or visit us at piratedental.com. Online appointments available. Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Go Pirates.
Shiny teeth in me.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
Let's face it, life can feel like fourth and long with no timeouts left. But at LifeSpring Counseling, you don't have to take on the blitz alone. Our team is here to help you call the right plays, whether you want a faith-based game plan, a traditional approach, or a mix of both. We'll help you regain balance, rebuild confidence, and keep moving the chains. Because even when life throws a flag, you can bounce back stronger. LifeSpring Counseling. Let's get back in the game of life.
This is Bruce Bivens, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now, powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Tiebreakers is open every day at 11 a.m. and is the best place to watch your favorite sports while enjoying the best wings in town, sandwiches, appetizers, cold beer, and more. Follow Tiebreakers on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates. Tiebreakers, 2 locations in Greenville at Bells Fork and Greenville Boulevard, and 1 in Winterville on Railroad Street.
And at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington, they have everything you need for game day or any other day for men and women. Whether it is dress, casual, or even a formal occasion, Russell's has you covered. Russell's have served Eastern North Carolina and beyond for 40 years with quality clothing and personal service. Russell's Clothing on Main Street in downtown Washington. Pirates supporting Pirates. Now let's take it back in. Here's Here's Clip.
All right, thank you, Maxon and Claire. And Ava doing a great job as well today. Intern Ava. We got J-Bone, we got Shanman, we got Snapped in America, Alex Harper. I do want to address a conversation that was had during the break because I'm a friend, and I'm going to tell you straight, Alex. Alex went to Max and said, tell me Ohio's a good team. And Jackson said, they are a really good football team. Alex, this was not like a 35-31, Ohio's got a receiver that should be at Purdue or Minnesota, but he went to Ohio for some reason, and he got loose. If you score 10 points against the Mack team, you're not good.
Yeah. And you're in the Big 12.
Yeah. So it's bad, man. I just want to let you know how bad it is.
Dude, Maxon had his hopes so high.
But didn't your daddy tell you that Rich Rod had a bad first year, his first time around?
Yeah, Rich Rod year one.
So you just got to punt on this year.
He went 3-9.
Yeah.
And still beat Pitt.
There you
That's
go.
really what I care about the most.
Got to beat Pitt.
If they could go 6-6 and beat Pitt, I would hang a banner up in my house.
If y'all go 4-8 and beat Pitt, are you happy?
Yeah.
If you go 1-11 and beat Pitt.
Well,
if we go 2-10 but beat Pitt while I'm there,
You're there?
That would be the funniest thing to ever happen.
Yeah.
And I'd be cool with it.
Jackson, give me some NFL music. Let's recap week 1, starting with Bucks Falcons. Alex Harper live at the Buccaneer Music Hall, watching his team play in the second wildest game in the 1 o'clock slate. Wildest game is reserved for Steelers-Jets. Alex, the emotions. What was it like, man?
I teared up a little. It was beautiful, man. It was great.
Michael Penix in Atlanta had 48 plays inside the 5-yard line in the last 2 minutes.
They did. They kept giving them flags. They kept giving them first downs, every chance in the world, and they finally found the end zone.
If you missed the end of this one, it was crazy. So the Falcons score. Plenty of time, though, for Baker to drive down, set him up for a field goal.
It was shake and bake time.
Instead, Baker throws it to the young fella, the rookie. I still am not 100% sure how to say his name.
Emeka Egbuka.
Egbuka.
You say bacon and eggs.
Eggs. Ooh. That's pretty good.
Baker, the leading rusher.
His second touchdown of the game for the rookie. And then, just to signify that this game was far from over, extra point is missed. So it remains a 3-point game.
Can I just, I don't want to stop you, but as a former special teams guy, if it were to come down to us going into overtime and losing because we missed an extra point in the final minute, I might would have stepped into trouble.
I love watching football with Alex Harper, by the way, because we're all looking at, when a team's punting, I go to the next game. But Harp's like, ooh, high and right, not a good snap. He's watching all the punts.
There was a couple of those week 1.
So I'm getting like every facet of NFL Sunday because Harp is focused on the long snapping. Jarrett is cursing. He called somebody something I will never say, even off the air.
Never say, really?
Yeah, I've said it before.
Okay. I forgot I was in a public setting because all I could see was my buddy Matt, Jake, A-Harp, Clip, and Chandler, and I was a little lit. And my buddy Matt, who's a Pats fan, he's like, "You having fun?" And then Raiders interception. I'm
Next
like,
play,
I'm having
interception.
fun now. Blank, blank.
Yeah. Don't even say the letters.
And Zach Heflin's parents were right behind you.
Yeah,
but they're used to like language like
They're
that
from
in
Boston.
Boston.
That's like a good morning to them.
Hey, is he from Boston over there?
All right, back to Bucks Falcons. They leave too much time for Koo.
He was not cool.
Because, as you said, that young ho don't miss in the clutch. Shout out to me.
I heard
doing all I could to jinx him, Alex.
The reverse jinx.
No,
was
I
great.
said that before he kicked it. You were like, this guy's too clutch. He never misses kicks like this.
Honestly, I was being truthful
I was
because
like,
he has hit it.
Great jinx attempt. I appreciate that.
Koo misses at the horn. Bucks win at 23-20. And by the way, I had the Bucks. I bet on the Bucks. Good win for me. I had the Browns. Next game we're going to talk about.
Nice.
Good win for me. I was making some smart bets. I also had the 2 worst possible bets you could make yesterday. One of those, live bet first quarter, Steelers-Jets under 35.5.
Ooh.
They scored 66 points in that game. My other awful bet was the Dolphins.
Absolutely terrible bet.
Against the Colts.
I
sat here Friday and said, if you bet on this game, you're a moron. You need help. But driving to the Buck, I heard the Dolphins had won like 11 straight week 1 games, and the Colts had lost like 7 in a row. Jamie, you know that stat.
Hotter
whatever.
do, man. Hotter do.
Yeah. So while I had some good bets, I had the 2 worst possible bets you could also have on Sunday. I did not watch 1 second of Bengals-Browns. Did anybody?
I didn't either.
I've watched a little bit of it.
I just know Joe Burrow didn't do crap.
I just know the Bengals suck, and they deserve every bad thing in the world. They're a trash franchise, and I hope they never win anything.
I read that, like, the Bengals had, single-digit yards?
7 yards in the second half.
Yeah.
7.
And won the game?
Dude, when 90% of your money is tied into 3-4 players, you're never going to be – they've never been able to protect the quarterback, no matter who they've had under center. It makes sense.
Since I didn't watch that game, and since it was 17-16 and was just a crappy Bengals-Browns game, I'm ready to bypass it.
Yeah.
Okay. Colts 33, Dolphins 8. Jamie, if there's a time to brag, now would be the time to do so. And Jared, you said you wanted to brag.
Yeah, because you and Jackson got on me because I was like, Daniel Jones makes me want to take this game because he's better than Anthony Richardson. I think he's better than Tua.
No.
I like Shane Steichen more than Mike McDaniel.
I remember saying the Dolphins suck.
Dolphins are terrible.
And you don't like Tua. I also remember you saying Daniel Jones is also not good.
He's not good, but he's better than Anthony Richardson. Gives you a better chance to win.
Okay.
What happened to the Dolphins?
They're terrible. I mean, they
but that's a good question. What happened? Because they had a young, hot coach with a good offensive mind. They had a high-pick quarterback. They have Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
High-power offense.
Jalen Waddle. A-Chain. They got all these weapons.
It's got to be something behind the scenes.
How do you score 8 points and get those points when the game's already over?
They forgot they were playing football and not rugby.
I don't know what that means.
That's just how bad they look. They did not look like a football team. Plain and simple.
And I mean, Chandler's feeling bad today, but Shirley's lucky that she's off mic because the Dolphins right now are the worst team in the NFL.
She's not even paying attention.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I don't blame her. Jamie, are you in the chili water chat gang? He said, I'm not bragging. Let's see what happens this week. Jamie, your team sucks. You better brag now, dude.
Yeah.
You're not going to get an opportunity to brag.
Who is Jamie's team?
The Colts.
Oh, yeah, you might want to get that out.
Let's see what
now,
happens
buddy.
this week. No, dude, your team sucks.
Who do they play?
They have a winnable game. They got the
Broncos.
Or no, I was thinking of the Dolphins Patriots.
Yeah, I mean, let's see the Broncos offense looked absolutely abysmal yesterday.
What's the line? I'm betting on Denver heavy this week.
Yeah, I'm expecting a bounce back.
They didn't look good yesterday.
Yeah, exactly.
2.5.
Oh my God, I'm getting it in right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But the Broncos game really made me mad.
As a new NFL fan, can I ask a question to you experienced NFL fans? Is it crazy for me to be disappointed that the Bucs are on Monday Night Football next week?
No.
Because I'm sad, bro. Like I'm gonna go the Buck and see y'all, but like the Bucs aren't gonna be playing.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing in the world, dude. Because do you remember for part of that game how much you said this is terrible, this is awful, I feel awful?
Yeah.
Something about watching the NFL Sunday when your team is not playing is great.
Yeah.
You don't stress, you don't worry.
Yeah.
You get to enjoy an entire football weekend without your team's result until Monday. From that standpoint, it is a positive.
Raiders are on Monday Night Football next week too, so I'm with you.
Not being in a bad mood like me yesterday.
Here's what could suck: playing Thursday night and your entire weekend being ruined before football's even here. Now the good thing is it's kind of far removed from Sunday, so if Washington loses Thursday night, I'll be okay probably by Sunday. But Monday night's not a bad thing.
Okay. That's good to know.
Especially a 7 o'clock kickoff, man. You can watch that game, be in bed by 10:30. It's good.
All right, I'm getting my bet in real quick. Broncos. 2.5. Wow. All right, I'm in.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that Denver defense is really good.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know about the offense out there yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Raiders Pats. Drake Magee and the Patriots stink. But let's not look at that. Let's look at what Geno Smith did.
MVP
Good gracious.
I didn't watch a lot of this game. Every time I looked, Brock
I-
Bowers was making a catch, but then he got injured. I think he's okay.
No, he's fine. He wanted to go back in, but it was, about fourth quarter. It's like, hey, we're good. Michael Mayer's really doing a good job. Trey Tucker's come alive. Jacoby Myers is Jacoby Myers. Run game. You look at the stat sheet, the run game doesn't look like it was very effective, but that really helped out Geno Smith to be able to make those throws because New England was trying to stop Ashton Genty as much as possible. Danny Beal texted me with 6 minutes in the game. He said GG, and I said I'm not doing this right now.
There was a lot of jinxing going on. I helped Alex with a reverse jinx. Zach was giving you a good game, and I said, Jared, don't accept that. Of course you weren't.
I didn't, but I texted Danny as soon as the game was over. I said, outside of 2016, I've never seen this good a quarterback play for this team. I've never seen this good a coaching for this team. And John Gruden loses that game. Antonio Pierce loses that game. Hell, Josh McDaniels lost that game yesterday. This is the best coaching I've ever seen as a Raider fan.
Okay.
This is
week one overreaction.
Dude,
one
no,
day.
I said it last week about Geno Smith and the offensive line. This is the best offensive line he's had, but that's not saying anything because he's played with terrible offensive lines.
You mentioned, are you worried Genty had 38 yards on 19 carries?
No.
Okay.
Because, if you watch the game, they were effective runs.
Those 2-yard runs were very effective.
They were like second and 3. It was short yardage rushing.
One was a touchdown that he was stopped and just kept on turning those legs. And
look, it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but it's not like it killed us in any way.
And you threw for 362. That's taking advantage. There was a lot of talk about, what's his name? Christian, the corner for the Patriots.
Christian Gonzalez.
He's not a Christian.
Christian.
But that's taking advantage of a team's weakness. And Geno, 362.
And really good quarterback play yesterday. Really helped out guys I thought were going to be special from the get-go.
Get this college football music out of here.
I ran out of...
We'll just restart it.
Recycle. Got it.
But I've been waiting on Trey Tucker to get one like he got on the first drive yesterday for a very long time.
All right. Can we move on? Who you got week 2?
Chargers Monday night. It's Pete Carroll's
Big
74th birthday next Monday. You can go ahead and lock in the money line for the Raiders.
Big ball game.
In Vegas.
Can I do for Dog of the Day alternate line?
I was thinking about doing
Broncos
that.
-6.5.
I was thinking about doing that.
Okay, I might do that.
If it's plus money.
Yeah. All right, Cardinals beat the Saints 2013. This was not on my group of TVs. I watched none of this game.
Nope, I didn't either.
Trey Benson looked good. Will Johnson, cornerback, rookie from Michigan, looked really good.
James Conner hits in the end zone.
Yeah, a lot of things to look forward to if you're a Cardinals fan.
Game of the day. And I didn't say night because Bills and Ravens was the game of the night. Game of the day. Did not expect an Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields war in New York. But if you had any Steelers or Jets going in fantasy, you did pretty well.
Had Justin Fields.
Justin Fields, 48 and 2 on the ground. Touchdown through the air. Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdowns in this game. And what do you come away with from this as far as big picture this season in the NFL? Do you change your opinion on the Steelers at all?
My opinion on the Steelers was over 9.5 wins, 10-7. We'll see how that, maybe 11-6 wild card.
Do you change your opinion on Fields and the Jets at all?
I said a few weeks ago, Aaron Glenn and Justin Fields will be fun to watch, and they have a good chance to win. But that's like 6 to 8 wins. I would think they're playoffs.
Is Aaron Rodgers not terrible, or are the Jets terrible on defense?
This is so un-Jets-like to me. They've been so boring, and it's like they always have a good defense and not a good offense. But maybe it's flipped. I don't know.
I think it's flipped.
It doesn't say a lot about Aaron Glenn.
No.
Who's a defensive guy.
I was thinking about it earlier, though, but if Aaron Rodgers comes out and has a really, really good season, does he think about coming back? Because he seems like he's the guy that if he succeeds, he's like, man, I want some more. Where Tom Brady ended up throwing for 5,000 yards and was like, no, I'm out. I'm still out.
Well, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is ever really bad. The Jets just suck. I think that's why. Aaron Rodgers was good as last year in Green Bay. He tears his Achilles, and then he has a down year, which is a career year for some people.
If this is what we see for Rodgers' farewell tour, I'm all in. If we could see some fun shootouts.
The little fist pumps he did.
He's got, the Bengals twice, him and Burrow going at it for 5 apiece.
They'll put up 500 yards.
Packers, they play the Packers at home.
Ooh, nice.
Bills and Ravens back-to-back weeks. Let's see some shootouts. Let's have some fun football. I'm on board with that. All right, let's get one more before we take a timeout, and that would be the Commanders beating the Giants 21-6. What I love about this is we didn't look great, and we dominated this game. And even when it was an 8-point game in the second half, we punted from around midfield, and I was okay with it because I was like, Russell Wilson's not going to score a touchdown. Even if they do, I'd bet $1 million they don't get the 2-point conversion. Like, they are pitiful. Now, how many chances did they have to score inside the 5-yard line?
Plenty. How many times did Russell Wilson just make a bad, stupid throw back off the back foot, side arming straight into the ground? Like, they were awful.
They are pitiful, man.
I didn't see it, but there was a receiver screen, and Clip taps me on the shoulder. He goes, "Hey, Harp, watch this throw by NFL quarterback Russell Wilson."
He did like the Marge Simpson meme. It's like
looked like Arch Manning.
Underhand softball.
He didn't throw it to the receiver. He bowled it to the receiver. I mean,
Malik Neighbors is done with Russell Wilson as his quarterback. You can already see.
I can't believe it took this early, or I can't believe it's happened this fast. Is what I meant to say.
How much longer until we see Dart?
I mean, according to Brian
3-4
Daboll,
weeks.
could be sooner rather than later.
They said the intention is to start Russ this.
Why is Brian Daboll still their coach? Why? Look, keep him forever. They are. Ever since the Joe Judge called the Commanders a clown organization, the Giants have been the biggest circus in the NFL. It's almost. They look like they really kind of don't care either. Like, Brian Daboll knows he's getting fired. Russell Wilson's getting paid. He knows he's not going to win this year. I don't know how many people over there care about football right now. And that's fine with me. 21-6. It should have been 42-6.
Yeah.
So, by the way, everybody get your bets in on the Packers. Packers are awesome, man. Get your bets in Thursday night. Everybody's going to be betting on the Packers.
I got one last question about the Bucks. Should I be excited outside of just winning the game, or are the Falcons terrible? Because I thought the Falcons were not very good.
Road division week 1 win.
That's great.
You should be over the moon.
Okay.
Falcons are not terrible.
Not terrible? All right, good.
They're borderline playoff to me. And you win that game on the road, that sets you up for a big year. You heading out?
Yes.
Okay.
I have to go back to my JOB.
We will recap the rest of the NFL Week 1 and talk Monday Night Football when we return. Pirate Radio Live after this.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty, because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie.
Beauty Bar Medi Spa offers non-surgical aesthetics. Our expert team of licensed professionals is dedicated to offering personalized solutions giving you stunning natural-looking results. Fall into beauty with our biggest sale of the year starting September 15th. Enjoy exclusive savings and products including Botox, Xeomin, dermal fillers, laser treatments, hydrofacials, and more. Don't miss out on this incredible sale. September 15th through September 26th. Beauty Bar Medi Spa is located on 1021 Red Banks Road. For more information on all of our services, visit beautybarmedispa.com. Fall into beauty and mark your calendars. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Caroline Cook, and if you need an experienced realtor from Eastern North Carolina that was born a pirate, then give me a call. I'm committed to helping you find your dream home, selling your property for the best possible price, and providing top-notch real estate services. I pride myself on local knowledge, professionalism, and commitment to exceeding your expectations. Explore my website, CarolineCookHomes.com, to learn more about the services I provide and the properties I have to offer. Start your real estate journey today by calling 341-1992. Go Pirates!
Let's talk about leveling up your skills and your paycheck. At Pitt Community College, our Business and Workforce Solutions program offers flexible options aligned with local business needs. With supportive instructors who really care about students and short-term training that fits your schedule, you're sure to build connections that open doors. Learn how we can help you at pittcc.edu/workforce.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street is now open 7 days a week. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Meet the Kawasaki Nav, our first ever personal transportation vehicle designed for cruising the good life. The Kawasaki Nav 4E puts the fun in functional with a premium, sporty design and comfort for the whole family. Fully electric and loaded with storage, modern tech, and more. The Kawasaki Nav won't just wow you, it'll wow the neighbors. Be the first to nav the neighborhood. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Pirate Nation, it's game time. Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is bringing the Savings Blitz with our Driving into Fall sales event. Score $2,000 bonus cash on select 2025 Pacifica, Grand Cherokee, and Grand Cherokee L. Drive the field with the 2026 Jeep Compass. Get $500 retail bonus cash and up to $1,500 loyalty bonus cash. And for the Ram trucks, take $2,000 retail consumer cash on the 2026 Ram 1500 DT or $1,000 bonus cash on 2026 Ram Heavy Duty. Come see us at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, where Pirate Nation drives into fall.
Ahoy, Pirate Nation. It's game day, and there's only one place to go to gear up, UBE. Whether you're tailgating, storming the stadium, or watching the Pirates play from the couch, do it the Pirate way with UBE. We've got the latest and greatest tees, jerseys, and hats from Adidas, Champion, and Lululemon. Don't forget UBE game day buttons, available free to the first 500 customers on game day. Set your course for University Book Exchange or shop 24/7 at pirateware.com.
This is Mack McCarthy, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Overtime Tavern, located at 1011 South Charles Boulevard, right across from Sheetz, is your go-to for all the game day action. Come hungry and leave happy with Philly cheesesteaks, glizzies, juicy burgers, and wings that bring the heat. Ice cold drinks, they've got those too. Open daily till midnight, and every Wednesday night, join Clip Brock for sports trivia and test your game day knowledge. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern. Now let's take it in. Here's Clip.
Man, looking forward to a chef salad. Welcome back into the show. Matt, Chili Water Chat Gang says, took the Debo anytime touchdown yesterday. Thanks, guys. You mean this play? And by the way, this is not me. This is Tom Brady having those orgasmic sounds.
Gonna give it to Samuel. End around. Looking for blocks. Gets him. Samuel is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Tom Brady is a big laugh and say, oh. All right. It's so cool to have cool players on your team, and Debo is a cool player.
Yeah.
There's been one era of Washington football where we had cool players, and it was Portis Moss and Sean Taylor. But now we're kind of cool again with Jaden Daniels and Debo. Debo's so good.
Who's your guy on defense?
Luvu.
Payne with a good game yesterday.
Deron Payne.
Brought the pain.
Had a big game.
I feel bad. I didn't really watch anything outside of Raiders Pats in the first slate.
Good.
Yeah.
That's what you should do. My game was so boring because the Giants were such a non-factor that I was able to look at some other games.
In the first slate, I watched everybody's game because I didn't have a game going on.
I was thinking about it, Sean. The Sunday, that drive to the Buck, I was on cloud nine. I'm about to hang out with the boys.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
We got bets. We got first touchdowns. We got all the games on. And I was like, and then while I'm there, it really is dependent on how your team does. all the friends, all the fellowship is great. But if your team sucks, it ruins the entire experience. And I felt so bad for you yesterday.
Yeah, I do apologize. I know I wasn't talkative.
No, dude, we'd have been the same way. Jared's day would have been ruined if the Raiders lost. If we lose that game tomorrow, I'm in shambles.
Yeah.
So but I just feel bad that there's not a joke or anything I could say. I got to the point where I just kind of didn't even mess with you because I knew you didn't want to be messed with.
Yeah,
it was that bad.
I appreciate that, but it did bring me some joy seeing you guys be happy and your team succeeding and winning.
Yeah.
So
as many moments as there were to celebrate during that Raiders-Patriots game, it is the most stressful thing in the world watching the Raiders play.
Real quick, just to get through the rest of the games, one positive for Panthers-Jags. Tet looked pretty good.
He did. He looked good. There was a couple times he could have made some really good catches. Made one great catch, and that's what he was known for at Arizona. But I think that's a bright spot going forward is Ted McMillan. And look, like I said, it's week 1. Let's hope that next week they find a way to not be so sloppy. And like I said, just a lot of confusion pre-snap. Like let's know what we're doing. Let's execute. And I thought to start the game, the running game looked great. Chuba was picking up 5-6 yards, and
I felt like they were leaning on that a little too much though.
Right, and so I don't know. I think after that interception, that tip ball and interception that led to a touchdown, I think that's kind of what turned the tide. And yeah, just need to get off to a better start at Arizona next week. So they're coming off a win against the NFC South foe for the Panthers, the Saints. So,
all right, Broncos. A Commanders like play with your food kind of win.
I wouldn't even call it that. That
it was a scare.
Was bad.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, it's like, oh man, what was it, 1:40 left in the game? Titans get a BS personal foul called against them, so the Broncos still get a shot, and then they don't do anything. 4th and 5, 1:48. And what do? They just heave it down the field for an incompletion to give the Titans one more shot.
I think that
made absolutely no sense.
It made no sense. And it looked like they were trying to get it to the receiver because it was.
If Bo Nix was the slightest bit accurate on that pass, Marvin Mims had a shot for a game-sealing touchdown. But Bo Nix looked terrible yesterday. And I feel bad for Cam Ward. Nobody could catch a pass he was throwing. The coach didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Here's a problem with Cam Ward. And look, Calvin really had a really bad game yesterday.
Cam Ward would have had a good game if somebody would have caught his pass.
There was a couple times, though, where I think Cam had too much zip on the ball. Like, he was throwing a bullet.
First NFL game going up against that kind of defense. Like,
you just need to know when to throw the bullet or just kind of like loft it a little bit.
I'm buying the Broncos bounce back in a big way.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
as
a Colts
you should.
letdown.
As you should.
Niners beat the Seahawks 17-3.
17-13.
13.
Yeah. If Tariq Woolen could make a play on a ball, Seahawks have a great shot of winning that game.
That's a big win for the Niners because it felt like it wasn't going to be a win for a while. So to get that road division win.
Shout out Ricky Pearsall as well.
Big game for him. Chandler?
I was just going to say, and you mentioned it, it's always great to get a win on the road in the division week 1.
Most dominant effort of the day, outside of what the Colts did to the Dolphins, the Packers destroyed the Lions.
The Lions look so bad.
It says 27-13. It wasn't nearly
the
that
Lions
close.
looked awful. And I think that last touchdown was maybe late because it was 27-6.
It was Tesla.
Yeah, so I love Tesla.
I had dog of the day months ago, Packers to win the division. That's looking pretty good right now after 1 week.
Yeah.
But they're a good team. They're a playoff team, maybe a home playoff team, but I don't think there's some juggernaut. I see a lot of Packers, like, best team in the NFC. I don't know. Maybe.
Absolutely not.
But, again, get your bets in on them Thursday night. Commanders.
Did Jordan Love impress you guys at all yesterday?
No. He looked, as he should. Impressive would be like if he was the reason they won the game.
Packers defense doing
the
what
Lions,
they did,
though, yesterday, and the Lions going, and I think going into half, Dan Campbell was like, no, we're going to go and we're going to talk about it. We're going to come back. The Lions look like a team that lost 2 of the best coordinators in the league last year.
Yeah, you want to talk overreaction? My dad texted me. He's like, they might go 0-16 this year. I was like, that is the dumbest thing you could say.
Who do they got week 2? Big bounce back time for them. Versus the Bears. Oh, I'm going to bet on that right now, too. They're going to beat them by double digits. By the way, one dog of the day future not looking so good. Baker Mayfield, I think, 3 touchdowns? Please don't be more than 3. Jared Goff only won. I had the Goff more than Baker. Yeah, 3-1 right now. Baker already up, so that ain't good for me. Texans Rams. Rams win at 14-9. Ugh.
Yeah,
ugly,
gross game.
I watched that game at OTs, and I was very upset with how the Texans defense played. Not even because they were playing terribly, just Devontae catching everything that was coming his way. Really upset me. But yeah, Texans defense was seeing ghosts. Glad Matthew Stafford is back, resurrected.
Is he, though?
He looked good.
Okay. And Ravens-Bills was the greatest game we've ever seen in our lives.
Absolutely.
And, of course, that's the last home opener in that stadium, and it was a classic.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry still a juggernaut.
78-year-old Matt Prater coming out for the game-winning field goal. I mean, because Tyler Bass was just put on IR.
I was about to say, he just got to Buffalo because after the game last night, Josh Allen said, "Welcome to Buffalo."
Yeah.
So
Prater took a red-eye flight on Thursday, got there on Friday morning, didn't even know most of his teammates' names, and then walked on and hit a
That is does his leg work? I don't care if you know anybody's name.
True, but I thought I was going to die last night watching that game. I was so terrified.
Jeez. Whew.
I was so terrified. Being down 15 with 4 minutes left in the game and then somehow pulling off a victory that was the greatest ending I could have ever seen.
The best team in the NFL lost last night. I saw a lot of best team Ravens. They're the best team. And then 30 minutes later, they had lost the game. So, best team's 0-1. I now have 2 bets in for week 2. Lions minus 4.5 is officially in. So, I kind of like this.
That's at the Lions or at the Bears?
Yeah, in Detroit.
Oh, my God, yeah.
I like doing this segment now.
Yeah.
And trying to find who's coming down, who's going up, and maybe getting some early bets in. All right, let's take a break. When we return, a big announcement about the big announcement that we made when we told you we were going to have a big announcement. Jay Glazer coming to Greenville, North Carolina. Jay Glazer
is in.
He's in.
Part of my favorite NFL pregame show. I'm not exaggerating.
No, we've talked about that a lot.
I think that was the first thing you asked me when I started interning here. Who are your favorite talking heads? And I said, Terry Bradshaw.
Howie Long and Terry Bradshaw. But Jay Glazer's coming to town. Cliff Godwin and Ellerbe will be here to give you the details on that. And Aundrae Allison talking Pirates when we return Pirate Radio Live on a Monday after this.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown." Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Capital Subaru of Greenville is transforming your everyday commute into something a little more extraordinary. Subaru was just named 2025's best overall automotive brand by Consumer Reports, and there's never been a better time to drive one home. From the adventure-ready Outback to the sleek and efficient Forester, they got the perfect ride for you. In addition to their great selection of new and used car inventories, the Subaru Service Center is commanded by a team of experts, handpicked for their knowledge, passion, and promise to treat every car as if it's their own. Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive or online at capitalsubaruofgreenville.com.
One of the biggest advantages of working with a local insurance agency like Flatlands Jessup is our independence. Unlike the cavemen and khaki wearers at national agencies, we shop multiple insurance carriers under one roof to save you time and truly find the best coverage for you. We don't charge a consulting fee. You can get help from the local award-winning team without paying a penny more than you would if you enrolled yourself. Convenience, cost savings, customer service, that's a win. Flatlands Jessup, your whole world covered.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen in Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
Want to make your day better? You can now order 2 large original crust, 1-topping pizzas from Papa John's for only $9.99 each. Take advantage of this awesome carry-out special now by logging on to papajohns.com and make today a pizza day for only $9.99 each. Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards and start earning points for your favorite menu items. Go Pirates!
Pirate fans, 2025 East Carolina football season tickets are on sale now and can be purchased for as little as $115. Head coach Blake Harrell wants you to be a part of his first full season as the Pirate coach as he builds momentum off of the 8-win season and the Military Bowl win over North Carolina State. Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or go to ECUPirates.com today to get your 2025 season tickets.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on 4 wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with E-Z-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School, or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Slow computers, constant crashes, long wait times for IT support, and worries about cybersecurity. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Looking for quality roofing you can trust? Call the Boone Group Roofing, proudly serving all of Eastern North Carolina. Owned and operated by Toot Boone, they offer no money down and back their work with a 5-year workmanship warranty. Find them on Facebook and Instagram to see their latest projects and satisfied customers. When it comes to your roof, don't settle. The Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game. Call Toot today at 714-0021. Now, let's take it on in. Here's Cliff.
All right, thank you, Jackson. Hour 3, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Got intern Ava, intern Claire here, J-Bone, Jared Watkins in the studio. We got Ellerbe head of the table, which means big news is coming. What's up, Ellerbe?
What's up, Clipper? Sometimes here I don't always have to deliver big news or bad news or good news. I can come be a part of the show.
But today we do have big news.
That is true.
And we have a big guest, Cliff Godwin, joining us, headman, ECU baseball coach. Good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Here on, and it's football season, but it's also getting to be fall ball season too, right? So
almost fall ball season.
Yeah.
A couple weeks.
There you go. But some big news, Ellerbe. We put it out on our socials earlier today, but man, we have had some awesome people come to Greenville, North Carolina, and you've done a fantastic job, and Cliff's involvement as well. And let's keep that rolling. We got another big name coming to town.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a leadership luncheon announcement today at Parker's Barbecue. Thanks to Billy for hosting us. Had a great crowd. And folks came out today. This is our 5th year where we're doing the leadership luncheon. It started back in 2022 when we brought in the coffee bean guy, Damon West. Many people may remember him. And then Dale Murphy came. And then John Gordon was a speaker a few years ago. John was kind of an inspiration for me that I got from Coach Godwin because he introduced the Energy Bus book to me. And so I thought, man, John Gordon would be a perfect fit for a leadership speaker. He was a big hit. And that's like the first year we teamed up with Coach Godwin and the ECU baseball team. And then last year, man, what a big guest we had when Inky Johnson came to town. He was just a phenomenal speaker, a phenomenal person. And today we announced, and it was big news because even though Cliff's a baseball Coach. We did bring football to the equation. Everybody will know who our speaker is this year. If you're an NFL fan or a football fan, it is Jay Glazer, the #1 NFL insider, and he is an author too. He wrote this book, Unbreakable, for our video audience, and really excited about bringing Jay to town just because, #1, of his position in the world of sports, but #2, I had an opportunity to read his book after I listened to a podcast when he was on the John Gordon show, and he suffers severely from depression and anxiety, and I think at all levels we all suffer from that at some point, day to day or week to week, just depends on how it is. But his story and his stories about his career and everything else is just phenomenal. And Coach, I'm excited to be teaming up with you again to bring Jay Glazer to Greenville, North Carolina, but really going to be excited March 22nd and 23rd when he's in town.
Yeah, Ellerbe, I just appreciate the work you've put in behind the scenes, specifically for the past 3 years, because we've teamed up. And I said this today at lunch when Ellerbe came to me about bringing John Gordon to town. It was a dream of mine 12 years ago, and I looked it up, and it was like $70,000. And I said, well, I'm going to squash that dream because we're never going to be able to pay that. And Ellerbe was able to talk to John Gordon's people and get the cost driven down tremendously. Talked about Parker Bird's story, talked about us trying to make the College World Series, and the types of people. They're not just great speakers, they're real people. John Gordon, I'll never forget, texted me. We had just won a series at FAU. We're getting ready to get on the charter flight, and he's texting me, how are we doing? He's texting Carter Cunningham that year. Inky Johnson texted me last year after he won the conference tournament championship. Those people don't have to do that. That's going above and beyond, and I'm a big proponent of bringing people into our area that can speak and gives people an opportunity to learn and to just give back to the community, because these people are very successful, but they also have stories. And Jay's story is so special to me because you're looking at a person that has, battled anxiety and depression at a high level and still deals with it today. So I'm super pumped to get him into Greenville and to talk to everybody.
Yeah, Jay is just, he's a character. He knows everybody. I mean, he's like one of those guys that he's got great stories. If you just Google him or go to YouTube and hear stories of him being at Sylvester Stallone's house, hanging out with all these people in California, and how he got started in the business of just being a beat reporter for the New York Football Giants, making like $9,000 a year. He was living in an apartment that he could touch the walls. Even how short and small he is, he could touch both walls. And because he just wanted to work so hard and wanted to be in this business, he was like always the last person at Giants practice. So he became best friends with Michael Strahan at the time. And still to this day, Michael Strahan is like one of his best friends. Of course, they work together on Fox NFL Sunday. And the real cool story background on that. And Jay has depression and anxiety. He says he wakes up every day feeling like he's not worthy. I mean, he has stories of when he was getting ready to do the Super Bowl 50 broadcast that he was having a panic attack and wasn't going to be able to go on the air and do the Super Bowl. And, Strahan and Howie Long were able to talk him up. So I think his story is so authentic, and bringing people to town like this, and we've had tremendous support. I mean, people have come out and bought tables and supported this, and we have all the information out now if you want to come and be a part of it. But just the stories that they tell and the impact that they've had on people is 10 times better than, we do this as a fundraiser for you guys as well. But it's just, I think that the kind of people and the kind of stories just is really cool to bring to Greenville, North Carolina.
It's awesome, and I said this today at lunch as well, and even if we break even and it allows you to cover all the expenses you've incurred, and for us, whatever meal for the team, that's enough for me, because I can remember John Gordon speaking about having a cluttered mind. And I felt like God put on my heart as soon as it was over. I called Jake Hunter, and Jake was with his mom getting some froyo. And I said, hey, what did you get out of that? And he said, man, when I'm pitching, my mind's cluttered, and I've got to have more simple thoughts. And that's what I wanted him to get out of it, and that's what Jake said to me on the phone that afternoon. And just amazing stuff. And it helps me, it helps our staff, it helps our baseball team, but it helps our community as well.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the three things that Jay Glazer always talks about, which I kind of adapted after I read his book and everything, and I feel like it's kind of y'all's work ethic and everything too, is he talks about, number one, be different. Being different is your superpower. Number two is outwork the world, not by a little, but by a lot. And then number three, be the last last man standing. So those three things he kind of talks about, I think, helps get him through the depression and anxiety. But I'm super excited. We're going to have him on the show coming up in the next couple of months. Obviously, it's his busy season here as the NFL is on. So you can see him a lot on Fox on NFL Sundays. But I just think the nuggets in his book and on his podcast and stuff is definitely worth checking out.
For sure. And when you said last man standing, I was just thinking about, hey, Clip probably thought there was no chance we'd make a regional last year, but we were last man standing in the conference tournament.
You are absolutely wrong. Because, Coach, I don't know how many years ago you sat in that chair, you said that's why you don't bet against Cliff Godwin. It's been in my brain ever since then. I don't know how many times I said that last year on this show, that I got the Pirates winning.
You should have said it a lot. Not the part about Pirates winning, because it was a struggle up until the conference.
But I knew that we would take it once we got down there. No, it's also, and it's cool for us, Ellerbe, members of the public and, grown adults, whatever, to hear these messages from all these speakers, but also cool that the baseball team kind of gets a in-your-face speech as well. And, Cliff, that's got to be awesome for your guys to hear from very successful people who, and it wasn't always this easy for them. They've gone through struggles and hard times, and it's got to be good for your team.
It's awesome because I think, just society in general with social media, and you see somebody that is super successful, normally you never hear the backstory. And Jay Glazer talked about it in this 5-minute clip is like, men can show physical toughness and what they've been through, but to be vulnerable and talk about the mental struggles they've been through to get to where they are today, I think is something that as males specifically, we got to get better at, because he said he's an avenue to help people that are going through some of the stuff that he's been through in his life, and he's super successful. And you talk about a guy that made $9,000 entire year, and I think the story is he didn't have enough money to purchase a round trip ticket on the subway so he could get to the Giants practice, but he couldn't get home. So that's where Strahan helped him out and took him home from practice. So really cool stuff, and I'm a big proponent of hearing stories from people that have work themselves from the bottom to the top, so to speak.
And we talk a lot of baseball with Cliff on this show, but the podcast you did with Aaron and kind of open it up, like you yourself have opened up, I think, as the years have gone on. Fair to say?
No, it's very fair to say, and it's something I've tried to be. And I was super closed off when I first became a head coach, because you don't know who you can trust, and how people are going to look at you when you're in the public spotlight. And this place is home, and I played here. I'm from here, and then when you go through some stuff like I went through in the fall of 22, it's eye-opening for yourself, but you want to help other people because there's other people that have definitely gone through what you have gone through, or even worse. And when Inky came and spoke, I mean, you've got a Parker Bird, pretty similar story to Inky, and I'm sure it inspired Parker in different ways. Man, I can continue to influence people all around the country and the world with what he's gone through.
Yeah, and Jay Glazer talks about now today that he's uber successful. Obviously, he does financially really well, but even today he still struggles with this anxiety and depression. He says, my wallet's not a pill. It's not a medicine cabinet. I can't like chew on that and just be better. So I mean, anxiety and depression hits you no matter how much money you have or whatever situation you're in any form of life. And I think the one cool thing that Jay's done that I forgot to mention at the luncheon today, but he started this program called MVP. It's merging veterans and players, because there's so many veterans and players that when they take their uniform off, they struggle with who they are and their identity, because it's really, he talks about, who you are is inside your rib cage, not what you wear and what you do. But I think, as you know, former players, especially even military too, so he's created an environment that he uses MMA and his gym and other stuff to bring kind of veterans and players together that, hey, look, when you take the uniform off, you are Cliff Godwin still. You're not just, so I mean, I think he's done a lot of really cool things, and I think what he's going to be able to share here in Eastern North Carolina is going to be awesome.
For sure. I mean, the stuff he's doing for the veteran community is huge, because obviously the suicide rate is at a very high level, and he talks about in one of the podcasts I listened to about the number of people that he's helped and saved them because they were thinking about committing suicide. So it's a real thing, and I love people that are uber successful that give back and are trying to help people that are less fortunate as well.
Cliff Godwin joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios while you're here. A little baseball update, Coach. Roster set, at least going for the fall. How are we looking going into a new year?
Yeah, I have been super pleased. We're talented, and I would tell you that, I mean, it's early, but we're as talented in all three phases as we've ever been, which we've invested, and we've got supporters that are willing to invest into our program, which I'm super appreciative of. Our players are as well. And they have shown up and had very good intent and energy in what they're doing. And it's a much closer knit group for whatever reason. Clip, I can't tell you what the reason is, but a closer knit group this year in totality than the group last year. They have, had get-togethers. I think they all went over to Chance Hall's place when we played NC State on that Thursday night and just watched the football game together.
Nice.
Like, I think that's important, the connections that they have away from baseball, because when you get to learn your teammates off the field, I think it allows them to have a tighter connection when they get on the field.
Ellerbe, we'll talk to Ethan Norby coming up Wednesday, and super fired up to have him back. And I've said this to you, Cliff, and all the listeners, that in the world of college athletics, the amount of returners this team has is very exciting, I think, because I'm sorry, it's just outside of the norm these days. But you got to be happy with the core you brought back.
100%. And testament to guys that believe in this place, believe in our coaching staff. And I've said this to our team a lot, because there is more money inside the locker room than there's ever been. That's not a secret. I'm not necessarily proud about it, but it is what it is. But I've told them, and it's kind of what Ellerbe said, is in any profession, $1's not going to make your happiness. You ask a millionaire who is all he is worried about is $1, then they're trying to become a billionaire, and they're making decisions that could negatively impact people that are close to them. And that's a tough thing, because at the end of the day, the relationships that you have with one another are going to be long lasting if they're, watered the right way, so to speak. But $1 is never going to make your happiness. And you're looking at a guy that has chased it at times, has chased fame, success, ego, all the stuff. And it'll come a point where that stuff's not going to matter. And you got to make sure that those relationships that you have, and our guys have poured into one another to this point. And no, I haven't had to write a starting lineup yet, so we'll see how that goes. But it's been a close-knit group and super fun to be around so far.
Speaking of relationships, I know one of the fun things is all the relationships you have with your professional players that are whether it's just Dixon Williams, who just left the program, who's had I've seen some home runs on our social media, to I know big Gavin Williams up in Major League Baseball, Burley. So it's a lot of fun to follow the guys that have come through the program that you've had relationships with. That that's long standing. That's lasting for you, and the pride that it puts into the alumni base too.
I would say it's one of the things that keeps me going, is watching those guys succeed. And, Burley has a house. I guess his address is technically Winterville, but it's about 2 miles from mine. I still haven't had a chance to be invited over yet, but I did get an invitation to the baby shower. So Bree might have to go to that. I don't know if I can make that, but and Gavin Williams has just bought a house here in Greenville. I know Carter Cunningham's going to be back. Josh Groves is going to be back in the off season. I think Trey Savage is going to be with his girlfriend. I give Trey a hard time right now, so I don't know if he's going to be back in the off season. But having all those guys come back, and in the new facility that we broke ground on Friday, there's going to be a professional locker room. So hopefully more of those guys. Zach Agnos is going to live with Jake and George in the off season. So super fired up to have all those guys back and just be around our players.
And also, speaking of relationships, my favorite part of that short interview y'all did Friday was finding out Cliff Godwin was married at TCDC. So,
Cliff, I thought you would probably get a kick out.
I enjoyed that.
Was Cliff there when you got married?
Cliff bailed me out. Yeah.
But it's just funny, because I thought we were going to the courthouse and we went to the detention center. So it was definitely a moment to remember in many ways.
For a good reason, folks.
Right.
Not
A very good reason.
Not in the back of a police car.
That's right.
There's always a good way to get there. Yep. Well, Coach, thanks for being here today. Super excited about teaming up with you again and bringing Jay Glazer to town. That's going to be March 22nd and 23rd. If folks are interested in being a part of this event, they can contact us here at the radio station. I know Mark at pirateradio1250.com will take your emails, but you can always call the station and we'll get back in touch with you. But I'm looking forward to it. Inky Johnson, he had to play a doubleheader on Saturday last year, so he wasn't able to throw out the first pitch like John Gordon was, but hoping to see what Jay's baseball arm can look like on that Sunday, March 22nd, when he's here to maybe throw out that first pitch. So hopefully the weather gods will work out with us, and then that Monday will be the leadership luncheon. So it should be another action-packed, fun weekend.
Yep, John Gordon's first pitch was at Clark LeClaire Stadium. That is crazy, but yep.
Good stuff. Thank you, Cliff. Ellerbe, good to see you. Hey, come by when you don't have an announcement. Okay.
We'll come by.
You're right across the hall.
Clip, you might be able to get some insight on your Commanders from.
I'm looking forward to asking him some questions.
Are you getting ready to pepper him when he gets to town?
I'm going to ask him like the craziest stuff that happened during the Dan Snyder era that is not out there in the public, and see if he has any answers for us.
All right.
So.
There you go.
All right, good stuff. Let's take a time out. We'll hear from a former great Pirate when we return. Aundrae Allison, his thoughts on ECU's win on Saturday and looking ahead to Coastal Carolina. That's on the way when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday after this.
Hi, I'm Christy Overton Johnson, and I want to invite you to the Revival of Hope on September 12th and 13th near the Fire Tower on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. We have an incredible international speaker lineup. Their stories prove there is hope no matter what someone has encountered. This free event is open to anyone looking for purpose, identity, and freedom. The Revival of Hope is September 12th and 13th off Fire Tower Road in Winterville. For more information, visit revivalofhope.org.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
You know that sound? That's the sound of relaxation in a can. Flippo Farms THC seltzers are here. It's time to try something different. Our THC-infused seltzers are crisp, refreshing, and just what you need to take the edge off without taking you out. Whether you're tailgating, grilling out, or just surviving another day of meetings, Flippo Farms seltzers bring chill with zero hangover.
Try a Flippo Farms THC seltzer at Nash Hot Chicken. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no-obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting Pirates.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
Now is the time to plan your end-of-year celebrations. The Beaufort Hotel offers a festive and elegant setting to make your holiday party unforgettable. It's the perfect coastal location for gathering colleagues, friends, or family. The Beaufort Hotel is now accepting private event reservations for December. For everything from cozy dinners to spirited receptions, the Beaufort Hotel catering team can help you create a memorable event filled with seasonal flavors, coastal charm, and impeccable service. And save you time to celebrate, too. Make it a real holiday party and spend the night safe and sound in the luxury of the Beaufort Hotel. Turn your holiday party into a true getaway. Ask about reserving a group block of rooms for your guests. It's a celebration made easy, all under one roof. Call the Beaufort Hotel at 252-728-3000. That's 252-728-3000. And make your holiday event this year memorable at the Beaufort Hotel.
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see for a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
This is former ECU football player Bryce Williams, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is a family-run dealership that creates a family-like atmosphere for their customers. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has one of the biggest used car inventories in eastern North Carolina. Shop online today with them at eastcarolinachrysler.dodge.com. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive. Now, let's take it back in. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. You can check out our Celsius fifth quarter recap on YouTube. Stay active and energized all day with Celsius by your side. Look for your favorite Celsius flavor at your favorite retailer and at ECU Games. Celsius, the official energy drink of Pirate Radio, proudly distributed by the Minges Bottling Group. Had one earlier today. Quickly rising up my flavor power rankings. The apple pear was really good. Pear. I like a pear. Although I have a theory. I don't think pears exist anymore. I never see them in the grocery store. So that's my conspiracy theory. Pears don't exist. Let's go out to our interview with former Pirate great Aundrae Allison as we recap ECU football, college football, and some NFL. Here is Aundrae Allison. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, Mondays with Aundrae. Aundrae Allison joining us once again. Aundrae, how you doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing great. Happy Monday to everybody. This is one of those things I'm sort of worried. We blew out Campbell, so I don't want to get false confidence for our up-and-coming games, but it was definitely a great momentum builder.
No doubt. And that was, man, I've talked to a lot of former players, Aundrae, including yourself, about how to prepare Campbell week when you know you're supposed to beat an opponent. And now we'll talk about how to handle a game like this. And for me and for a lot of the guys I've talked to, it's a confidence builder. And let's talk about this defense, Aundrae, because we love our quarterback and our weapons and fast pace, but defense played well enough to win against NC State and against Campbell, and you're supposed to beat Campbell, but to give up, 151 total yards, 4 rushing yards, Campbell's 2 of 14 on third down. This defense has got to have a lot of confidence moving forward after what they've done the first 2 weeks.
For sure, absolutely. Like you said, they held their own, too, against NC State. It was just, the offense couldn't capitalize on some of those red zone moments. But, yeah, the defense is definitely looking really, really well. And I'm super excited to see how it all can just mesh well. And hopefully you take a game like Coastal or the game following that, BYU, and you'll see everything come together.
We take calls after each and every game, and in a 56-3 or whatever game, there's not too much to complain about. People were complaining about the music in the stadium or things like that. Still a few calls and comments about the O-line and run game. And, our leading rusher was TJ Engelman with 36 yards, but you had, 2, 4, 6, 7 Pirates have over 10 yards rushing. So it was kind of spread around, had a bunch of different backs get in the end zone. And last year, the O-line and run game got better as the year went along.
You got to hope the same's going to happen this year, Aundrae. But that people are still concerned kind of about the run game heading into week 3. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's a good sign of expectations, or a standard that, people will perceive the team to have or to meet, and they call it out, and it's a great challenge for the team. So I wouldn't take it personal in a sense of like, saying that it's a negative thing to just not be grateful or anything like that. I would take it as like, okay, you're right. Like we should be running the ball like this. I should have 100 yards here or 2 tugs here. It's a great message, or it's a great way for you to kind of gather insight and info on what needs to be improved.
And passing game, I don't have much to critique on that, Aundrae. Caden Hauser looks very sharp. Saw the young Dida come in, the freshman, go 3 out of 4. And people are excited maybe about him behind the scenes from what I'm hearing. And getting the tight ends involved. Brock Spalding had another good game. Saw Yannick make a big play, which we were waiting on. So passing game right now, hey, just keep it going, right?
Passing game is definitely looking really good. I love the fact that we have a tight end because, tight ends, they play a huge critical role in offenses, like especially like spread offenses. But it just gives the quarterback like that confidence that they have somebody that they can depend on. And, you can get it in the hands of a tight end and they can like get yards after the catch like that, like a receiver. It's so empowering, and, it's a great lift and a spark for the whole offense.
Aundrae, Pirates will be a road favorite this week at Coastal, and Coastal has not looked good offensively at all this year, and that includes their game last week against Charleston Southern. So they have really struggled. For me, it's ECU on the road. I've been around long enough to be nervous about any time we go on the road. But, again, the Pirates are a favorite. It feels like a game they should go out and be able to handle. But what do you think the talk is, Aundrae? You said don't get too fat and happy. So what is the coach's job this week after a 56-3 win?
Well, just a small celebration, like, after the game. But, you got to get all your players locked in to be present and, think about the moment and what is in front of you as opposed to what was, behind you or whatever. So, yeah, the coaches have to make sure they do a great job of just staying on top of the players, and also, embedding that into the leaders in each position room on the importance of making sure everybody is locked in and focused on what we have to do this upcoming Saturday, and just take it, a inch at a time or a play at a time, and, don't harbor on anything in the past, whether it's good or bad.
I'm looking at the AP Top 25, Aundrae. Unfortunately, BYU, basically number 27, just outside of the Top 25 poll. I say that because it was announced earlier today, BYU at ECU next Saturday night, 7:30, I believe on ESPN2. So if the Pirates take care of business on the road this week, it's going to be 2-0 BYU, knocking on the door of the top 25 at 2-1 ECU under the lights, and kind of get that big game feel in Greenville. And you know what that's all about, playing here at ECU. If ECU wins this weekend, Aundrae, it sets up a pretty big one for week 4.
It does. I wouldn't be surprised if, BYU, I actually thought they were going to be ranked a little higher. But it's funny because I have a real, close connection to, playing big games like that, but also playing against BYU. Whenever I was in Georgia military, we would play like the JV teams of like, prominent D1 schools. So we played BYU and Provo.
Okay.
And it was snowing. And, we're Georgia boy. We're from the southeast. And we roll into Utah and it's freezing. And everybody out there on BYU had on short sleeves and they didn't have any long socks on. We're like freezing, like what in the world is going on? And those guys were real, like they were really disciplined. Like everything was like in sync. Like the routes was like beautiful timing. And it was just amazing to see. And that was my first time seeing, Division I sports at that level. But those guys are going to be big when they come into town. I can tell you that. Those are some big mountain boys.
Not that it matters on this one, but it has on a couple of trips there. But did the altitude affect you at all, Aundrae, when you're playing out there?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you can feel it. Like you can feel it when you're on the plane, when you're like landing, it just changes. But we were prepared for that. Our coach did a great job conditioning wise. But I will say, like I said, the size of those guys, it was a little bit shocking. Like, wow, those are some big boys. They really hit the weight room out here.
We'll preview that one next week. BYU is off, so again, they'll go into the game 2-0. They just handled Stanford rather easily, so they get a bye week before taking on the Pirates coming up next Saturday. It'll be ECU and Coastal this weekend. Our pregame coverage begins 3:30 on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, and we'll be with you late night after the game on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show. Aundrae, South Florida, who you played in a bowl, then they became conference mates, and then, of course, Skip Holtz left ECU for South Florida, so we got a lot of tie-ins with the Bulls. But they are the darling right now of college football as they go to the Swamp and knock off Florida 1 week after beating Boise State. So USF now number 16 in the country. 18 in the country, and their gift is going to play Miami. This is a brutal schedule to start the year, but when you win the games, it pays off for you. But how about what South Florida's been able to do through 2 weeks?
I love seeing things like that. I think the transfer portal is one of the main, reasons why you're able to see, teams like that be able to compete with the big brand name teams in college sports. I love seeing that. I know they have the athletes. They definitely have great coaching down there as well. They've always kind of really been, dynamic with their players, the talent. They're going to, be really fast and twitchy. So it's really not surprising, but that is definitely one of the great things I love about the NIL. It does provide a lot of teams to, have equal talent and equal players to play teams like Florida and Miami.
And right now, South Florida, the only team outside of one of the big conferences, quote unquote, that is in the top 25. You've got Tulane with the big one coming up. They beat Northwestern week 1. They won week 2. Now they get Duke at home, and I feel like Tulane, Memphis, USF. I tell you what, Aundrae, right now, one of those G5 schools gets a playoff spot, and right now it looks like it might come from the American. And if ECU plays well and is in the conference title hunt, they could put their name up there. So it's cool, Aundrae. When you played for what an undefeated season, a spot in the Liberty Bowl. Now teams like ECU have a legit chance to make the playoff. If you take care of business, you'll get there, and it hasn't always been that way for schools like this.
No, for sure, yeah. And like I said, that's another great thing about the NIL and the portal. And then they increasing, the playoffs and things like that, extending the season and things of that nature, because you get to, have an opportunity to put your talent, your school name on display and just show that, you belong. And that's all really athletes ever want, truly, is just to have the chance to be able to compete against the who's, because a lot of those teams, they will have big name players that you're super familiar with, and you always just want to compete or go against them to show like I belong here as well.
Aundrae Allison joining us. Aundrae, Pirates win, so it was an easy fifth quarter, so I had a good Saturday. And then Commanders, look, I'm glad with what we did, but the Giants are pitiful. It's about time for Russ to stop cooking. It's ugly in New York, but I was happy my Commanders got a win. Couple of headlines. Aaron Rodgers and Justin Fields have a duel that I never saw coming. That was a crazy game in New York with the Steelers winning, and then obviously what happened last night, Bills' tremendous comeback, Lamar and Josh Allen putting on a show for the fans. So anything stand out week 1 in the NFL to you?
Yeah, I would say Aaron Rodgers' performance. I just felt really good for him. I also felt good for the Steelers because I liked how, they believed in him. I like their organization, how it's ran. Yeah. I also felt I was really happy for Justin Fields as well. Like, he's getting his chance to show that he belongs in the league. And a lot of times, players get dealt like bad hands because they might go into a bad situation, like the offense or defense might not fit, or, the organization may not be as strong in some areas as others. But, it's just goes to show like how across the league, you have a lot of really good teams. And once Jackson Dart gets his opportunity, I feel good that he'll also show that he belongs as well. Because, coming from the SEC, he's a gunslinger, right? And you got players like Malik Neighbors. All he wants is just for you to believe in him. Like as a receiver, everything has to go right for you to get the ball. And then if it doesn't come your way, you're frustrated, you're furious.
Yeah.
But the first week looked really good. That last night game, you could almost see the momentum shifting, and Buffalo was gonna end that game with a leadoff kick at the end. It just felt like it once Henry did that fumble.
Yeah, that was that was wild. And speaking of the Steelers, you mentioned the organization. I'm a little older than you, I think, Aundrae, but in our lifetime, they have had 3 head coaches. Since you started playing football, they've had 2 head coaches, Cowher and Tomlin, and that's it. And think about the Redskins, the Browns, the Jets, Bears, all these teams that go through coaches every 3 years. To have 3 coaches in our lifetime is pretty insane.
No, absolutely. And you know what? 'Cause, like, when you're playing against teams like that, you can feel the like stability and like
Right.
the foundation of who you're playing against. Like, it just feels like everything is like aligned, that they're buttoned up, everything is synchronized. There's not a lot of mistakes. You don't feel like a lot of individual egos, because they have a great locker room of leaders, and it starts from the top down. So I was able to get an interview with the Steelers. I thought they were actually gonna draft me, but I know I wasn't really too big on playing gunner as a receiver in the league, and so that opportunity didn't happen for me. But I met Mike Tomlin. I was up there walking around, just marveling at the history up there, seeing all those Hall of Famers in their facility. You just feel like a child, like in a candy store.
I think the NFC equivalent to that, and it's not the coaches, but it's the quarterbacks, will be the Packers. In our football lives, they've had 3 quarterbacks, Favre to Rodgers, and it looks like Love is ready to carry the torch for the next 10, 15 years or whatever. But when you think of stability, you think of the highs like not being super high, but certainly the lows not being low at all. You think kind of Steelers and Packers. And Packers, very impressive week 1 against the Lions.
Yes, for sure. And I mean, quick story with them. I was there when Favre was in his last days, and then Rodgers filled his shoes like the following year. I saw both of them play in person, and I was really mad, because I'm like, if you can't catch for 1,000 yards with these 2 quarterbacks, like, you're just not good. I mean, they was placing the ball. It just felt like anybody could catch it. Like, you didn't have a choice but to catch it, and just the accuracy, just the boldness in their throws was just, I couldn't even believe they were making some of the throws. Like, but, Brett Favre was really good with the cameras. He knew where all the cameras were. It was really like he was truly in a performance mode when I was watching him. And I didn't sit down at all when he was on the field. I was like, I cannot believe this is Brett Favre. And he was a trash talker.
Oh, really?
He was talking so much trash to our D-line and linebackers. I'm like, this dude is for real. He's for
That's
real.
awesome. That's awesome. Aundrae, Allison joining us. Okay, let's stay in the NFC North. You got some ties with the Vikings there. I think I talked to you last week about this one, but when I look at this game, the thing I come back to is Brian Flores against Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson. I love that chess matchup, and right now, week 1, I'm going to take Flores. So that is why I'm rolling with the Vikings tonight. What do you think about this matchup?
Absolutely. I feel like I agree 1,000% with you. They're still going to have to like get things together in Chicago. It's going to take some time for that new Coach Johnson to be able to implement his system, and everybody start to pretty much carry out his vision and things like that. The Vikings just got an edge on them when it comes down to having Coach O'Connell and just the leaders on defense and offense. They're a little bit ahead of the Bears, and then it's also like a little hidden intimidation factor whenever you're playing against the Bears. Like, it's kind of like a big brother thing, like the Vikings have over the Bears and the Detroit Lions. Like, you can feel it when you're playing. It's almost like, I don't want to say it like in a negative way, but they almost like lay down like when you come to town. Like, I've seen it playing in those games. So it's another big brother thing. The Vikings are big brother right now. The Bears are little brother, hoping to somehow get to where the Vikings are. And the Vikings definitely is going to take that game tonight.
That's a good point, Aundrae, and those things stick with you, and Dan Campbell has done all he can to change it in Detroit, right? But, like, Chicago's still kind of lagging behind. I mean, the Packers, like the Vikings, Packers look at everybody as the little brother. Again, Dan Campbell has done all he can and done a hell of a job in Detroit, but we're still kind of waiting on the Bears to have their day.
Yeah, I mean, just having friends who played on the Bears, who came to the Vikings, or they didn't go to the Vikings. Just hearing how their organization is ran, it's kind of like the Vikings. I know for a fact the owners, the Wilf family, they care a lot about their new players, the players who are current and the old players. Like they're big, like and you can sense that, and I've heard players who played on the Bears just talk about some of the things could not be, functioning and running right, whether it's like paying the right player at the right time or, kind of like cutting costs, trying to be cheap and not, put the right amount of dollars into either like stadium or the brand or players. So that's really more about what it's about. And I feel like players, they know that, so it's almost like, players could kind of like subconsciously be not playing at the highest level because they feel like management isn't operating at the highest level. And the Vikings got the big edge on that. Like from the top down, the Vikings, they're A1, they're legit. You can see it and feel it whenever you're watching them play.
Aundrae, one thing I love, man, is the alumni and something that kept me a Redskins fan, Commanders fan throughout the years, even when they were bad. Almost felt like they were pandering too, but they'd be like, hey, we're going to honor Darryl Green today. Like they always had former players there. This week they put Santana Moss in the Ring of Honor, big Tana fan. But I feel like Washington, despite their awful years with Dan Snyder, did a good job with alumni. Tony Collins, our guy, former Pirate, I'm scrolling through his Facebook. He was up in New England this week, and I know the fans still love Tony Collins up there in New England. He's got people all around him getting autographs, kids, old people. And I love stuff like that, Aundrae. And look, it's not like you were with the Vikings for 10 years, but it sounds like you still have some kind of a connection with them, which is, I think, really cool.
Yeah, they're at the top of the league when it comes down to their Legends Weekend, when they bring all the players back. And even when they come to town, they reach out to players. If, they're coming to your city or a nearby city, they reach out to you. Awesome. I've heard like 10-year-plus vets talk about that, the difference between a Vikings alumni and another team alumni. I think the Cowboys is also like that. San Fran, definitely, they're like that for sure. They spare no expense when it comes down to, acknowledging those players who, put in the groundwork and help the franchise and the organization get to where it is today. And yeah, I definitely do. I love and appreciate that the Vikings do that. I'm actually going to the game this year, Legends Weekend, and I'm taking my son. So it's a thing that I do each year, and I love going there to hear all the old stories from the former players. Like, they played in the 70s and the 80s. It's just amazing. Like, I just sit for hours and listen to them talk about their stories.
That's awesome. I saw Willie Smith, former Pirate, was up at Alumni Weekend with Washington last year, and I told him to take me along so I can go hang out with Gary Clark and a bunch of old Washington dudes. Aundrae, great to chat with you each and every week, man. We'll reconvene next Monday, but always love the football talk and the stories, so we'll keep it rolling, man.
No, for sure. And I know I'm proud, too, that ECU, we're doing a great job with, being involved with the alumni, too, and putting in the effort.
Coach Shank, Coach Shank now involved in that, Aundrae, and I think he's a good guy to have heading that up. He's going to keep people close, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's great for the brand. It's great for the history and for future recruits, too. So, yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to talking to you next week.
Joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, as he does every Monday. Let's get a break in. What you got there, J Boom?
Just great. Always great.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, you get these guys on, never know how it's going to be. And we hadn't spoke to Aundrae. Him and Chris Johnson came by last year, which was awesome to see. But also Lindell White, who I didn't recognize, and I still question my sports guide.
I don't feel bad for not recognizing him since you didn't.
Yeah, that was terrible of me. But hadn't talked a lot to Aundrae since he left ECU. Some guys we keep in touch with more than others, but to have him on board now is, and he was telling some Brett Favre stories there, which reminds me he's probably got a lot of stories we hadn't got to yet.
Yeah.
So excited to talk football with him and have story time as well. All right, back with you. Pirate Radio Live after these words. The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Back to school means everything from moving the kids around or traveling to see your favorite team play. Doug Henry has the best prices around and savings for your next dream car. You're sure to walk out a happy customer. Doug Henry is easy to find right on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com.
Yeah. Get your game faces on, Pirates. It's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time to blast the cannons in the stands and the fields, if you know what I mean. We're flying into Duff season with shotguns galore and shells for days. Don't miss out on Beretta's rebates on 17 different models of long guns and handguns. Get up to $350 back. Get ready for hunting season with the best deals around and the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Beauty Bar Medi Spa offers non-surgical aesthetics. Our expert team of licensed professionals is dedicated to offering personalized solutions giving you stunning natural-looking results. Fall into beauty with our biggest sale of the year starting September 15th. Enjoy exclusive savings and products including Botox, Xeomin, dermal fillers, laser treatments, hydrofacials, and more. Don't miss out on this incredible sale. September 15th through September 26th. Beauty Bar Medi Spa is located on 1021 Red Banks Road. For more information on all of our services, visit beautybarmedispa.com. Fall into beauty and mark your calendars. Go Pirates!
Play it again, sport. Buy, sell, trade. Great deals never felt so good. So good, so good, so good. I saved a bunch of cash. Buy, sell, trade. Using my gear like I never knew I could. Play It Again Sports. Buying and selling new and used sporting and fitness equipment for over 27 years right here in Greenville. Located on Greenville Boulevard across from the Nissan dealership.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30-plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com. Over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Naylor Show.
The very best bagels in Greenville are at Bagel Man. Bagel Man is open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner until 8 p.m. If you're a person on the go, place your order ahead of time online at ncbagelman.com. Start your day with a breakfast sandwich or dine in for lunch with a tuna melt, pastrami sandwich, panini, or specialty wrap. And everyone loves Bagel Man's fresh-made desserts and pastries. Bagel Man is where Pirate Nation fuels up for game day or any day. Bagel Man, 1904 Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Bond. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Wings Over Greenville just got bold with their new bourbon barbecue flavor. It's a triple threat, sweet, smoky, and smooth. Download the Wings Over app and join the Frequent Flyer Club. Earn points, unlock exclusive deals, and redeem for free food. First-time app user, get free tenders just for signing up. Use the promo code PIRATE25 for 10% off your meal. So fly smart. Download the Wings Over app today or order now at wingsover.com. Wings Over, they deliver. Now, let's head back in. Here's Clip.
Oh, man, our first Monday Night Football at Sports Trivia at the Buccaneer Music Hall. We'll be there tonight. We'll do some props for the games. Game itself, I just said it with Aundrae, Allison. I'm going Flores versus Caleb Williams. That is my pick. I'm taking Minnesota.
Even Kevin O'Connell versus Dennis Allen.
Well, we're not mentioning the quarterback of the Vikings yet, J.J. McCarthy, who will have a big factor in this game.
Look, I mean, coming out of Michigan, I thought the best thing this guy can do is throw on the run. And, I mean, that's pretty difficult in itself. If he could just...
Well, the best thing he did was hand the ball off.
I'm just saying, I mean, you look at the plays, it was on a rope every time. It's when he was stationary where it's like, oof, this guy stinks.
People that are smarter than me really like him there. And I wonder if it's just they think the coach is a quarterback whisperer, what he did with Sam Darnold, what he's done previously. So,
yeah. I mean, Josh Dobbs, for God's sakes.
So for that reason, people like J.J. McCarthy, and maybe they like him regardless of the coach. But I'm going Vikings tonight. And Ben Johnson,
their dog.
His first game. Huh?
The Vikings are a dog.
Boy.
Plus 1.5.
I didn't get a good line there.
All right. Well, it says Chicago minus 1.5 is plus 105. So.
Well, Chicago, is a favorite. Well, that didn't make me feel good because I'm pretty sure when I got this game in, which was either yesterday or this morning.
It's been Vikes for a good couple weeks.
Yeah. I got Minnesota money line for minus money, so that's not great. It's about the same.
Yeah, let's call it even.
This is weird. Minnesota money line is minus money, but Chicago's the favorite.
And being the favorite is plus money.
I think Vegas is about to make a lot of money on this game somehow.
Yeah.
Or some way.
You thinking over or under 43.5?
This feels under.
Yeah.
It feels under to me. By the way, all but 2 games went under yesterday. And I did have a smart bet. I had Alt over 43.5. This is for Buffalo Ravens. 43.5. Allen, 20-plus rushing yards. Lamar, 30-plus rushing yards. Parlay. Mm-hmm. Hit that. But the other game that went over was the game I went under on.
Yeah.
Jets, Steelers. Let's get our final break in. Jackson, you got our stock market report for this Monday.
I sure do, and it was actually a great day for the stock market today. The Dow was up 114 points and closed at $45,514. The NASDAQ was up 98.3 points and closed at $21,789. The S&P was up 13.6 points and closed at $6,495. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. We'll be back after just a minute to wrap up our show. Stay tuned.
You would do anything to keep your family safe. Don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. Hi, this is Mike Robertson, the owner of SCI Technologies. We have recently merged with High-Tech Communications to become North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. The most cost-effective solutions for your home or business security and life safety needs. SCI Technologies, 252-321-7006. That's 321-7006.
Here with Brian Cook, the comptroller for Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. Talk a little bit about the financing options that you provide.
We're here to help anybody from bad credit, poor credit, rebuilding credit, or great credit. We find the best deal through over 30 lenders here that we work with every day, and we're focused on finding the best fit for all our customers.
One website, 2 outstanding dealerships, Greenville Motor Company, Greenville Auto World. Try us, trust us at drivehherenow.com.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Looking for something better than bottled water? Reach for Chili Water. Pure, ice-cold refreshment straight from the Black Creek Aquifer right here in eastern North Carolina. No plastic bottles, just clean, crisp water in ocean-friendly cans because you deserve better. Made by Carolina Ice Company, 3 generations deep, and named for a local legend who loved fishing, music, and the great outdoors. And now, Chili Water is shipping 12-packs straight to your door. Every can helps protect the water we all love. Chili Water. The good water in your hand.
It's bow time. Sure, you've had a sausage biscuit before, but have you had the smoked sausage biscuit from Bojangles? Well, now is your chance. Juicy, slow-cooked smoked sausage is grilled to perfection and served on a fluffy, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. No one does breakfast like Bojangles, and this smoked sausage biscuit doesn't disappoint. Right now, you can get 2 for just $5. Start your day with this flavor-packed deal while it lasts. It's bow time.
When the truth matters, trust the professionals at Private Eyes. Founded in 1999 by law enforcement officer and military veteran Gary Pastor, Private Eyes specializes in private investigations, executive protection, security, and threat detection services. From individuals, attorneys, and businesses, Private Eyes has the experience, resources, and state-of-the-art technology to uncover answers and protect what matters most. Private Eyes, professional, discreet, trusted. Call 866-774-3937.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are here. Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Hot sandwiches are here. The pilot can't steer?
No, Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
That's worse.
Jimmy John's new hot sandwiches are finally here.
Get ready for a crispier, crunchier, meltier, gooier Jimmy John's experience. Toasted sandwiches are here. Try the brand new toasted category or get any sandwich in the favorites category toasted to golden perfection. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
This is Coach Joe Dooley, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Here on a Monday, fun back to football show.
Yeah.
NFL recap show. Pirates Victory Monday show.
Nothing better.
Yeah, love it. And we got a lot of these coming up. Hopefully another Victory Monday next Monday. Pirates a favorite going to Coastal. We'll talk about that tomorrow with BB, Brian Bailey, Bryce Williams. A lot of folks from the football world to put in the Jennings Hall of Fame and Shame. We'll do that.
Look forward to that.
With Jennings Hall tomorrow. And Mully Man, go Pack Go. Got a big Packers Commanders showdown this Thursday. Talk to Mully about that.
Looking forward to that as well. Also, Big Bryce.
Big Bryce. Coming up.
Young Life guy.
All right. If you're going to promote it, you should know the name. Nice. That's why I didn't bring it up.
Okay.
So we will talk about it on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. Good work. Ava, great job. Claire, same to you. Mack, son, appreciate you. And I'm glad you didn't come in here with a Mack winner. Let's let it sit in the... Don't say anything. Let it sit in the crock pot. Let it cook. But later this week, Jackson, 2-0 with his Mack play of the week is going to have another one for us. So I hope y'all are on board. If not, time to get on board. We'll see you as well. Talk to y'all fine people Tuesday, 3 o'clock. For the crew, I'm Clip Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live. And